as you guys are adventuring. Oh, come on. There we go. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. And last week, you guys were down here just north of Bourbon in a cove that Saphira was familiar with. And you discovered a cave nearby that was a bit of an enigma. After investigating it, you tracked down some information about Saphira and the key that was in her back and how to remove it. Well, you dealt with a woman in the cave and have withdrawn the key. You've made a deal with her. In exchange for the advanced Wand of Wonder, she allowed Saphira to leave. You left the beach and have returned to the ship, where Bryn Gemflower was about to identify the items inside the adamantine chest that you've unlocked. Sason will be out tonight as he has a prior engagement. And we wish him the best. He will be back next week. So, yes, Valentine's date for Sason.
It could be anything. You didn't say.
I have it on very good authority that he did not wish to die in real life, so he was taking care of business today.
He did explicitly say he'd be out for Valentine's Day a couple weeks ago.
Maybe he just wanted to enjoy the new season of Overwatch. Maybe that's what it was.
That's not
No,
what it
Valentine's
was.
Day was his cover. He's grinding for champion right now.
As someone who was in that earlier today, I don't think so. So, Bryn, you were about to identify one of the two items in the chest. There's a box and an urn. Which one are you identifying?
Good question. There's a box and an urn. I mean, the urn, anything that's urn-shaped is compelling. So I'm gonna guess that if I, excuse me, I have, have we had a long rest since? Yeah, okay. Let's see how many charges left I have on my Identify wand. Because I get a D4 back. 3, perfect. I'll start by identifying the urn.
Okay. The urn contains the remains of someone. It is unmarked as to who that might be, but the magical traits of this urn are that it is a phylactery of a lich.
Lovely. Lovely indeed.
Wait, what is it?
I swear I made a joke about that at the end.
Of course I choose the dead dust in a jar. A box is like 50% to be something cool. Dead dust in a jar is like 80%, I think, to be something cool. Okay.
Saphira, is this your crap?
Wait, what did the wand say, Bryn?
This is a witch's phylactery.
I knew it! Saphira's a lich!
Which witch?
No, hang on. This is witch with a W, right? Not lich with an L?
With an L.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard the first time. It's a lich's phylactery. That's a good question.
That would be the perfect place to put a phylactery, in a chest that you don't even know about with the key inside of your chest.
Which lich?
That's a good question. Eric, does Bryn learn anything about the nature of the person or the lich in question?
No.
No. Okay. Well, good to know. What does Bryn know about phylacteries? We know that they're sort of they're the keeper, an object in which the soul is contained, or something like that. Is there any danger of an actual lich spawning out of this phylactery?
Roll a religion check. Let's find out.
Well, let's find out.
I want to ask it this way.
Yes, sir.
What is it like in a literal sense? I know it's a jar. What is contained in the jar?
the ashes of the individual's original body and the soul of that person.
Wow.
With a 17, it's unlikely that the Lich will appear here unless they find that you have discovered this and come to reclaim it.
Well, that's a little spooky. Is there any merit to just leaving this where we found it and not fucking with it? Well, maybe we identify the box first, and that might tell us something about. Yeah, let's play this super cautiously.
I have to
before we
imagine
even-
Sazin is in the area. He would not take kindly to the idea of just leaving, a Lich's phylactery back where we found it. It seems like a lot of
Jason would
danger to
probably
leave out on the
object.
table.
Yeah, too bad he's on a date this week. He would have had the opportunity to do something
I
about
think
it.
he's picking up seashells about 40 feet away right now.
All right. Let's see. Okay, I would like to touch the box with my wand of identify and cast
Okay.
identify.
The
I have
box,
one charge left.
the box itself contains a magic item, and as you touch it, it opens at the touch of the magic spell. I'm going to send this to you, Bryn.
Okay. All right. And to be clear, this is the item that was inside the box, or is this the box itself?
This is inside the box.
Okay. Let's try and quickly summarize what this is. This is a passage stone. Specifically a passage stone of Bourbon. And every crown ward, is a crown ward like a part of the city or like a division of it, or
Roll a history check.
like a unit of
You don't know.
interesting.
Saphir can roll a history check with disadvantage because her memory's been wiped. With a 23,
Damn.
the crown wards of Bourbon, there are 4 of them that protect the citadel, prevent entry
Oh.
and teleportation.
So it's a ward like a magical ward. Oh, I was thinking like a district. Okay, so each of the so there's at most 16 of these, I think. 4 of them for each, or there's at least 16 of these stones. We have 1 of them, and there's 4 stones for each of the 4 wards of Bourbon. And there's, for each ward, Leandro has a passage stone, Don Ricardo has a passage stone. They keep one in a vault, and then there's one that's sort of for general, that's available to the public, and then we don't know what this one is.
That's sick,
Regardless.
Brent. Now explain it as if I were 5 years old, and I didn't follow any of that.
Sorry, I'm still trying. I'm more explaining it to myself.
I know.
There's a lot of text on it. The stones appear to allow passage. The stones allow passage through the wards. So presumably, this stone will allow us to pass through one of the wards. And then additionally, the stone can be used to cast Pass Wall and make you immune to metal for 6 rounds. So basically, like you can become immune to swords for 6 rounds of combat.
So it's sort of like
although-
a skeleton key, but with some goodies attached?
Sort of. I would call it more of a regular key with goodies attached. It's a
Fair.
key that gets you through a magical ward. One ward in particular. I don't think we know which one. Also, the last sentence is very important. A passage stone in use has its location known to the hierarchy of Bourbon, which means that if we use this in any capacity, someone will know where it is. Not necessarily that we're the ones using it or that it's being used.
What if we use it inside of like some area that makes it hard for them to scry on us or something?
Unclear. Yeah. So basically, this stone in particular has 3 powers. It'll get us through one of the crown wards of Bourbon in case we ever need to do that. Power number 2, it can cast Pass Wall once a day, and power number 3, it can make you immune to metal once a day in combat. I think, yeah, we would need to do some investigating to learn more about. Oh, one stored in a vault. It's possible that this stone in the vault in question. Could the vault be the chest, or the vault could just refer to like some big vault in the city that has all of them?
I'm curious
all of the
what
words in it.
immunity to metal means. Is that like lead poisoning? Because metal.
No, it means that swords like go through your body without hurting you.
Oh, immune to combat metal.
Yeah.
No, just metal. I mean, like metal phases through. I guess it's kind of
Well,
like
yeah,
I don't
but
call it necessarily immunity metal walk. Like like you're ethereal to metal. It's kind of weird the way it's described.
So
Yeah.
like, would you fall through a metal bridge? I'm really
I
curious.
guess
I'm
the way
curious
that it's
about
described, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Any metal that comes into contact with the person passes through without effect.
You're like, yeah.
That does imply that you would also pass through metal. I guess we would have to try it to find out. And in order to try it, damn it, Jordan.
Boy.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah.
Unclear if it also makes you immune to heavy metal.
Wait, if we give this to Sazin, will his armor fall off?
No, it doesn't
Probably.
affect metal that's on your person. So you
Oh.
can still wield metal objects, wear armor, etc.
That's good.
But I think that because if so, the hierarchy of Bourbon in question, we know that Leandro holds one of these, Don Ricardo holds one of these. Is it possible that either of those two are a lich and we just found their phylactery? And that this is their stone? It would make no sense for the stone to be here unless they had an extra stone. So
True.
why would the treasure chest have a lich's phylactery and the stone inside it? Presumably, in case if the lich dies and is respawned by their phylactery, they would then have immediate access to one of these pass wall stones and could maybe get back to the city. So is it possible that Leandro or Don Ricardo or some other person high up in Bourbon is a lich and we have just uncovered their secret?
That's kind of the implication I'm getting. Or at the very least, whoever owned this is probably a regular at Bourbon in some way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think either of these items right now are anything that we can use, because I think using the passage stone is unwise. Because if the lich who owns this phylactery and this stone that we have just stolen, if the lich in question is part of the hierarchy of Bourbon, whatever that means, if they suddenly get pinged that a stone has been used on the island where they have their phylactery, they're going to know that their stone has been stolen. And that probably results in us getting tracked down and attacked.
I mean, I'm getting the vibe because Leandro was the person we saw in the stone, the Chronicle stone, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, you put two and two together, I'm getting the vibe Leandro sort of, I guess, exploited Saphira to store these materials.
Eric, how large is this stone?
It's the size of your thumb.
The
There's-
size of your thumb.
Yes, it can actually be attached to a stick and slid down a boot. It's in the last couple sentences of the first paragraph there.
Okay, so it's that size. Okay, so this is like a personal use.
It's more of a pebble.
These boot sticks are often used by Leandro, Don Ricardo, or senior battle masters of Bourbon. Each passage stone is engraved with a rune specific to the word. I think it's safe to touch this because we identified it, and there's no, we didn't learn of any curses on it. I'd like to pick it up with my bare hand.
Sure. Okay.
And then I'd like
weighs
to inspect
an
it.
ounce.
Weighs an ounce. Sounds about right.
On the back side of it, there is a triangle.
Got it. Bryn is going to interpret that triangle as the rune in question, which denotes which ward it can pass through. So if there's four different wards and there's like a diamond, a circle, a square, and a triangle, I assume the city of Bourbon is shaped like a PlayStation controller, and the four wards are the four buttons.
That'd be sick.
Anyway. Okay, well, we definitely found something really powerful, and yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Coin.
Is there anything else of note in the chest? Not necessarily objects, but markings or
There are
hidden
not.
compartments.
Well, you want to go ahead and investigate? You can absolutely investigate.
Yeah. Dust, DNA samples.
Cool. You do find a secret compartment in the bottom of the chest. And do you open it? It's a finger tab that you can stick your finger down into and lift up.
Not yet, but Coin will alert everyone, particularly anyone capable of, dispelling it.
As long as it doesn't explode, you can do it.
Okay. Coin's gonna open it.
Cool. As you open it, there's a small compartment. It's probably about 8 inches by 10 inches. And the little panel lifts up. And below there is a rolled up piece of paper.
Scar.
Oh, didn't explode.
Nice find, Coin.
Coin
Nice
unfolds
find.
it.
Okay.
What does he see?
You see a picture drawn fairly well of Saphira looking at whoever did this with a loving, adoring look.
What the fuck? Is it like a sketch?
It's
Or-
sketched in charcoal.
How different does this Saphira look from ours? Like
is this?
age, clothing,
Significantly
style.
younger.
What is this weird Saphira fanfic I'm looking at?
Hey, Saphira,
It's actually
There's
fan
a-
art.
there's a drawing of you in this chest. Do you recognize this drawing of you? Can you estimate how old you were?
Take a look at the drawing.
Okay.
You
You don't
alright?
recall this ever being done.
Imagine the bend though.
Was it a
What?
commission?
But you're probably a good 4 years back from where you are now? 4 years younger?
So,
Other one of
last,
those memories that must have been taken from me.
yeah. Is there any chance, Saphira, that your lover was a witch?
I know that I don't always have the best judgment, but I like to think I'd better judgment than that.
Yeah, and a lich's
So
phylactery
I don't know
has
how
the remains. This is, yeah,
less.
we
Also, because saw her.
I don't think we have
Yeah.
all the pieces to the puzzle yet, but clearly we've stumbled on something very significant.
Hey, Eric.
Yes,
I
sir.
got a hypothesis.
Well,
Might be.
the person that you were in love with was Lord Leandra's daughter, right?
I mean,
Might be.
that's memory
You're-
sure seems to indicate that. Yeah, go
You
ahead.
can ask coin.
I not high priority. Might be barking up an empty tree, but Coin being a cartographer and such, anything of note about? I mean, I get it's probably obvious, but the paper this was made on, is it like a very
It's-
regional paper?
It is
A
not original
Bourbon?
paper, but it would be something from Reston itself.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
Yep.
Huh.
Well, I could. So maybe we found this together and didn't want us to have found it.
Because the key was in your flesh, inside your body. So, yeah, this is weird.
So should we
This is
smash
so
this
weird.
jar?
That
Yeah, just
I
throw it
don't
down.
know. I don't think there's a right answer to that question because
Oh.
whatever we're dealing with, we can smash the jar right now and just be done with it. But I don't know, Saphira. This is your story.
I would say no, just because if we ever learn who it belongs to and have to kill them all the way dead, better to know that we have the jar and can smash it like right then versus if we destroy it now, maybe they make a new one and then well, then we can't kill them properly.
That's a good point, actually.
True.
Yeah.
It would have
The issue is, yeah. The issue is that as long as the phylactery exists, anybody powerful enough to have a phylactery is going to be keeping tabs on said phylactery. So the we could put it in the bag of holding, which might, I don't know, just being in like a pocket dimension might make it harder to scry on.
I wondered if
But-
it was already hard to scry on because of the chest that I was in.
That's interesting.
I
Yeah,
guess you could
being
scry on the
What if
chest,
we-
though.
Yeah, what if we kept the chest and kept the what if we
Well, it's a little
uh,
late now. I feel like if they're keeping tabs on it, they would know now at this point. Now that we've moved the chest and it's been a bit.
Yeah.
keepers.
Well, I guess Saphira, it's up to you if your memories and your identity are central to this puzzle. So Um,
You're more than welcome to keep a phylactery. Just that's staying in your room, not mine.
I don't plan to be a Draco Lich anytime soon.
You make a good one.
What? I don't know whether to take that as like an insult or a compliment.
It could be both.
I guess.
well, let's hold on to it for now,
Okay.
and we've got a Lich's phylactery. So that's just one more reason that people are going to want to hunt us down and kill us.
They already got like 10 billion reason. What's one more?
What's one more? What's one more Lich's phylactery?
Hey, Sazen, I got one more for your list of enemies.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Anything
All right. Yeah, Stacey probably strongly objects to this, but hey, it's the train wreck.
Jason hated that.
He knows what he signed up for.
Sorry,
Have
bud.
fun,
It's
Zach.
democracy. You've been outvoted.
Fine. Could I have that portrait?
I mean, yeah. It's gonna put it on my fridge, but I can sketch a copy. Fridge being slang term for a bucket full of ice.
Yeah.
And he hands you the portrait.
I'd like to think there were happier times.
All right. So, are we?
Wait, happier than today?
Happier than most days.
I guess you did go through a near life-ending surgery in the last 24 hours. So yeah, hopefully it's happier.
I'm sure I would have been fine.
Well, this was a great collection. I want to keep the chest because that thing's worth at least money. So
At least one gold, therefore it is worth keeping.
it also looks cool.
It does look cool, I'll give you that.
Really, that's the most important thing, isn't it?
It's an aesthetic.
And I guess that they kept the treasure secure for all this time.
Can I like use it as a prop when I start building up the gold pile? Like the chest will be like nestled in the gold.
Oh, I didn't know you had aspirations to start a horde.
Like you've been holding out
Yeah.
on us.
The ship's huge. There'll be space.
All right.
Yeah, just I would maybe like disperse the money on both sides of the boat. My
I mean,
one.
if I was making
form
a
of input.
pile, wouldn't that just kind of naturally happen?
Well, it depends on where you start the pile. You start at the back, then it's just going to be one big pile towards the back.
I guess. Yeah. We'll just start building in the center.
I'm fine with that.
Some holes in it right now.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, the
hold
ship
up.
is not very watertight right now, so probably not coin tight either.
We should. I mean, I'm not trying to rush anybody, but sort of the closing business around here, don't you think? I mean, we still got stuff to do in Bourbon, presumably.
You know, also it might be smart to like figure out how to make a demi-plane and then put the demi-plane in the ship. And it'll be like a nice hangout area or something that isn't all full of holes, I guess.
You trying to have
Also
a
less
bachelor
prone to
pad?
like if the ship tips, like everything just goes everywhere and it's a disaster.
Containment zone. That'd be great, honestly.
Well, I guess we'll have to figure out how to get a demi-plane. I don't fucking know how. I just know they exist.
Before that, we have a problem with. Well, if we want to keep control, like keep our ship when we go to Bourbon.
Aren't we probably gonna get immediately attacked if we go to Bourbon?
Probably.
I kind of feel that
Does seem
vibe.
likely, yeah.
So like it's gonna be us versus the entire city of Bourbon. I don't know if that's a winning battle. As much as I like you guys, and as much as I think I can take probably 100, maybe 1,000, can't take like
Optimistically,
10,000.
Rizid, let's be logical. They're not going to send the women and children to fight us. All of them.
Don't be so
A
sure
lot.
on that.
Some of them are pretty good, but like the toddlers. It's not all of Bourbon, is really what I'm saying.
Does Bourbon have child soldiers?
Not for long.
Oh,
Damn, Corey, that was brutal.
Sorry. I haven't basked in water enough. I'm a little cranky.
I didn't know you were ready to punch a kid.
Well, I know I wasn't a threat.
It sounded like a threat.
I was
Definitely was a threat, but whatever.
just saying. Statistically,
You
that
don't really
front
have to
line.
worry about. Don't really have to worry about like the women or children. Like it's really more the fiends that you'll worry about there.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Yeah,
how
fine.
many people are even in Bourbon? Do you even know anything about that, Jordan? Like, how many people do you think we're gonna have to fight if we dock?
Fira starts counting on her fingers. No idea.
No,
Is it possible
Toddy,
we could slip into Bourbon with
when we get there,
a ship?
what are you saying, Toddy?
Well, I'm just wondering if it's possible to slip into Bourbon stealthily without the giant ship that everyone's going to recognize and also know that it's not really ready to sail across an ocean.
I mean, from my perspective, that's the only option.
You can fly.
I mean, yeah, I can fly. I'm also really small, so it'll be probably pretty easy for me to sneak in.
Well, I mean,
Get there, I can find some place for us to lay low so that we can not necessarily operate out in the open.
Where will we dock the ship, though? Are we gonna dock the ship in that lagoon, like the lagoon we were just at, or?
How far would it be from here to Bourbon on foot?
on foot? Better part of 2 days.
Not that bad. How secure do you think this lagoon is? I mean, it seems pretty secure. It's like secret place. What do you think the odds are the ship gets stolen in the time that we're busy in Bourbon?
if we don't take the ship with us to Bourbon and get it fixed, we might have trouble taking it with us to, where were we headed after this? Shoe?
Maybe we could cut a deal with the shipwright or
General
something.
shoe direction.
Maybe try to convince them to come out to do a repair out of town or something. I don't know.
On the road?
Yeah, I
We could
mean, we
hire
have to pay a
someone.
lot extra, but how are we going to get the ship repaired in Bourbon? I mean, like you said, if we bring that ship in there, it's gonna be like Armageddon. I'm gonna be honest.
It does feel like it's a target.
So we could trek on foot for 2 days, or could abandon the ship in Bourbon and sort of accept that,
We could take the ship to Bourbon and then try to sell it and then purchase another ship that we can sail out with.
I suppose. But I mean, how are we gonna deflect attention away from us when we dock? That's what I'm most concerned about.
how am I going to get a decent price with all these terrible
What if
pairs?
we left the well, I was gonna say we could leave the ship and then go find someone to sell it to, but they might want proof of the ship existing. Leaving it 2 days away is a little rough.
Is there a way for us to potentially just go to Bourbon and like
Commandeer
teleport back
another,
or something?
or that.
We are really skilled at that going. We've definitely done that before.
I'm just saying, we've proven we can do it twice. What's a third?
Perhaps
I
we
actually
could
like that idea.
anchor it out of sight. Do we have? Did the ship come with like little dinghy or little rowboat or whatever to get us to shore?
I don't know if I'd feel good
Typically
about it
didn't,
being left
actually.
out in the open ocean, though.
For a minimum of 4 days. For
Yeah.
round trip. Do we have access to any long-range teleports?
Not currently. We could. I mean, maybe once we could do teleportation circle out of the hat, but no. We currently don't have access to any reliable long range teleportation. Okay, any or unreliable. The best we can do is dimension door, which is 500 feet for 2 people.
Not very far.
Saphira, what is the nature of your business in Bourbon?
Oh wait, wait. I'm not sure I'm understanding the question because I know we were there to. Do you mean like what to?
I was under the
have
impression
on
we're
party, or why are we going?
a little of both.
'Cause
I
we
mean,
think-
my
because there's the link to the suit or not the suit, the frenzy, and
I'm asking, do you have
potentially being
personal
like this
business
non-
there?
I mean,
Obviously
well,
you have business there, but
there's the McCain brothers, but
and do you have a meeting
weren't-
with
they
them,
weren't-
or
We were kind of hoping to ambush them before they ambushed Saphira.
if the opportunity presents itself.
okay, that might
But they might not
That gets
be in
rid of
the
my
best
plan, then.
fighting shape to take
Well,
them
what's
on
your
at this
plan?
point.
I was gonna chrono Nacrum key on the second day of walking, and then when we were done, I would just tap it and save us a day of walking. But that doesn't really work if we're trying to, like, you know, interact with people or things and not just like have a conversation. I mean, I'm not entirely sold on this ship just because of, all of the upkeep and, potential
We were gonna-
consequences of being on it.
Sell it or lose it. I would prefer that giant
That's my preference too,
crystal
but
wasn't in it anymore.
beggars can't be pawners, is the saying, I think.
Can we like
think
excise
many
the
of them
crystal
are.
from it?
Oh, it's so very big.
But he does have money.
I mean, destruction. It would be possibly easy to drop it in the ocean, but is that even a solution?
But the Miter might not be a solution, but it sure wouldn't be our problem.
Definitely that.
I mean, it might be good to go on foot, because, I mean, if we're trying to find the the drugs, the frenzy,
Mm-hmm.
it's better if people don't know we're in town. It's better if
I
the
think-
McCains don't know we're in town. I mean, I don't know if they have a tip on this ship.
Well-
To me, strategically, it makes more sense to not pull up with the ship. But if we
Yeah.
want to, like, sell it, we kind of have to.
Yeah.
Or you could be really
Perhaps-
convincing and sell it while it's far away.
Do you think if I send, like, a
Sure,
messenger
sure.
bird, I can get a buyer?
I
Unless we
meant like
anchor it.
if we get there and you're like, I have a ship, and they're like, where is it? And we're like, well, it's 2 days away, but it's a really good ship. Want to buy it sight unseen?
You know how many people have tried to mug me with that exact same opener?
Well, you don't know for sure though. If some of them were being honest, like we would be.
Oh, I know, because at least 2 of them did mug me. I still have a scar from one of them. It's like right on my left hip.
All
Well,
right. So where are we? Where are we gonna go from here? We can continue towards Bourbon and just sort of mind our own business and go after the drug labs. And then if anyone attacks us, we fend them off and go back to what we were doing. That's one option. We could continue towards Bourbon and then try and actively do more stuff there relating to Saphira's history and and Leandro. What's Leandro's title? Is he a king or a lord?
He's technically he's Lord Leandro Cervantes.
Lord Leandro Cervantes.
Yes.
Okay.
Our vote, don't overthink it. We couldn't just park our boat there for coin votes.
Yeah. Yeah, we would. The problem is just that the ship is so noticeable. It might be. Coin, you suggested we could leave it and then walk 2 days to the city.
It's an option.
We might have to. I mean, it's not fun, but it. I think if we park the boat in the city, there's a chance it immediately gets impounded, and then we don't have a boat.
Yeah.
And then we get immediately impounded, and then it looks like
Yeah.
us right when we started.
Pretty much. Yeah, I do think we're gonna have to dock the boat away from town and walk.
I don't suppose any of you have like a haste to, double the
Not-
run.
2 days isn't so bad, Coin.
It would be it'd be a little bit of hiking.
It's not the hike,
We'd have
the downtime.
difficulty. We'd have difficulty escaping without having quick access to a boat if we needed to get out of town. Well, I guess that's
We
what
have
the
quick, we have
is
quick
for.
escapes. You could probably pull something out of the hat in an emergency.
we're going to a
Or
town that
we
has
could
a lot of
just,
boats.
or we could just take someone else's boat.
Yeah, that
Hey?
too.
Great minds.
Also, just park it a day closer.
I mean, I don't give a damn if we steal a boat from Bourbon. Most of the people there are just kind of scumbags anyways.
All right. Well, let's find an appropriate place to park our boat, and then
Not right here.
Well, here, I assume, right?
There's a
It's
secret
well
spot.
hidden and protected.
Here's what we do. We're gonna sail to Bourbon, and then banish our ship when we arrive, so no one can see it.
That's not how that works.
that's yeah. It's an
You have
idea,
a-
but
a
the banishment only
banishment?
lasts a minute, regardless.
Even if you
well,
do
okay,
banish
okay.
it, it only lasts a minute.
Well, okay, well then just rebanish it every minute for what is that? 24 hours?
Coin, your plan is falling apart.
At least try it first. We criticize
I'll try
it.
jumping off a cliff and hoping that I'll shove Tefutati off a cliff and hope that she can fly. How about that? We'll try.
I like how you
I'm
quickly
sorry.
pivoted that.
Hope.
Yeah, I might have
also,
realized that
Rusid,
my plan also fell apart because I have wings.
Rusid, when does your dragon form recharge?
It'll be another 3 days. Is that actually correct? I think it is.
Well, that's because that
I'm
might be our
asking Eric
best
if that's
escape
correct
option.
because I think it is, but I'm not 100%. I've been trying to keep track. I might be 4 days actually. I think it's been 3 to 4 is my estimate.
It's
I don't
been
know.
3 days since you last turned into a
Okay.
dragon.
3, so I need 4 more days. Yeah. Coins, 4 days.
Okay.
I mean, waiting here 4 days is worse than just walking 2 days.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah, for sure.
Can
Yes, sir.
Coin look at his map, Toivoa,
Sure.
and determine whether there is a equally or close to equally safe spot compared to this shore closer to Bourbon.
You didn't even know that this spot existed. This spot was hidden on the map.
I guess this is an outlier, but
Yeah. As far as other places around the around the bend, there's not going to be any other safer spot. This
okay.
is a hidden cove that people don't know about. This is a pretty safe spot.
Yeah, because the coastlines were obscured on the map, right?
And it obscured from view from the ocean as well. You guys had to come
Yeah.
around a hidden point in order to switch back into here.
All right.
I mean,
vote
honestly,
we-
I'm fine with the voyage, the walk.
Yeah, I vote we leave the boat here.
I vote we dock
walk,
here.
Yeah, let's walk into the city, and then Ruzid, 3 days from now, you'll have your dragon form back, and then we can fly back quickly if needed.
Sounds good to me.
We might want to wait a few hours. Let me do a couple last-minute reinforcements on the ship. Don't want to come back to this thing, 40 feet downwards.
So what's the plan? You gonna try to fix up the ship some more, Coin?
Yeah, I would. In my head, I'm imagining it as like a short rest amount of time, where
Okay.
everyone can do their walking prep while Coin does, ship preparations.
Cool. So, is everyone cool with doing the get ready for a hike montage?
I think so.
Tati?
No, yes, but also I want to received coin. I can pick up shipwright proficiency.
Okay.
Do it.
Do we want to leave the chest and the Lich's phylactery and possibly the pass stone? I think we should take the pass stone because I think it gives us more benefits. Because if we don't use it, then it doesn't.
I think
it
we
doesn't
take that
announce
pass
anything.
stone for sure. I think we
Yeah.
leave the phylactery here. This is a
That
safe,
sounds good
This is
to
a
me.
decently safe location. We should just leave that. The stuff we shouldn't be taking. We should just leave here.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm on board with that.
All right.
All right. Yeah, let's make sure the ship doesn't float away.
The anchor's
But
still
then,
set.
yeah.
Anchors and a couple, support ropes going to stray rock or tree or what have you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll trust the sailing experts on that one.
Cool. You guys have already established that it is well secured.
And
Perfect.
maybe patch up some of those holes real quick and make sure that the water's not sitting at the bottom of the.
Yeah.
Okay. You go and check. You don't see any leaks happening at the moment.
What's going on with the big crystal, by the way?
The big crystal is sitting there in the wreckage of its vault. You can see a dim red glow, but no one's touching it.
Theoretically, can we fit through a doorway? Is it possible to get this out of here?
To get the crystal out of there, theoretically, probably need to take doors off hinges and stuff, but you can probably do it.
It's like moving a couch.
That's awful. How did they even get this in here in the first place?
You have to do it at an angle.
The thing is that they got it in here. They obviously wanted it, one piece and they were for not just script it on stuff.
You're
But
kind of
even going
roboting
out, I
out.
think we
Yeah.
this
Yeah, I'm getting robot voice from Tati.
Yeah.
I was just monologuing anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
I got the vibe of it.
Yes. I don't know why your latency's been sucking for the past couple days, but yeah. I blame Windows.
Doors.
Don't we all?
I blame
Once-
doors.
You blame
Once I
doors.
know
Blame
it's-
Microsoft.
Yeah. Coin
That's
emerges
okay.
eventually after double checking the ship. He
Okay.
is ready to begin the voyage.
Cool. So,
As
as
I
you...
imagine Sazin is too.
Oh, Sason's already on the beach, ready for his hike.
Perfect.
In fact, the question is, will Sason go hiking in full plate armor?
He has a 20 strength. He'll be okay.
Okay.
Absolutely will.
Well, yeah. Well, think about it. Like, what if an acorn falls and it almost hits one of us? He's got to be there to catch it.
I'm not sure if falling acorn constitutes. I don't think that would proc the the shield
The
of
ranged attack?
missile catching it.
Yeah.
I think it would.
Unless the tree's actively trying to hit us.
Big acorn.
I have been around a squirrel that was throwing nuts at people, so... it could.
Better safe than sorry is all
Damn.
I'm saying.
Violent squirrel.
I was fishing at the time.
Also-
It's crazy.
Knowing Sazin, knowing his experience with, Saphira and Coin assassins, I
Yes.
have to imagine he'd be on guard. Even if it's
Yeah.
abandoned land.
Yeah, I don't think you're
I
wrong.
don't know why he worries so much, but he does worry.
He worries because he
land-
saw you die.
Better.
And then he almost saw you die again like 12 hours ago.
You're really good at that, Saphira.
Dying or almost?
Almost dying. And also dying sometimes too, but less often.
I'm gonna start walking
Probably
and
the
I'll
habit.
turn around in 2 hours and hope you guys are behind me.
Seems like a bad plan.
And Coin begins walking.
I mean, he is the
navigating.
navigator, though.
Yeah, he's gonna vocalize his navigation now and then, telling you left, right, no wait, left, no wait, yeah, left,
Left.
another
Can we just
left.
go left 4 times?
Just do 4 lefts, just to get your surroundings in, and then.
What? I don't
straight.
understand. Is it like a 90-degree left? We're just a full.
Yeah,
or is there
yeah.
a
it's
path
like,
we're following that just kind of trails left?
no. It's 90 degrees, slight left.
What?
Sometimes
What?
I'll say tree left, and that just means you put your hand on a tree, and then you just start turning left, and then you let go
Any
when
tree?
you feel like it.
This feels like a
Well,
dance.
no, I'll point at the tree. I'll
Is
point
this
at.
like a country dance?
These are real terms. Tree left, tree right. You don't know this stuff?
This tree did the left for us.
That tree's like doing a loop-de-loop. It's not really going left or right, is it?
Coin hops up onto it, and then he starts sort of walking, assuming this is the correct direction. And if it's not, he walks this way anyways as a detour.
Okay. As he pulls off a perfect corkscrew, you're able to head southwards towards the city of Bourbon.
Yeah.
Spent-
Coin will
spent
just
some
be
time
sort of hopping branch to branch, Naruto style, above everybody,
Okay. Cool.
continuing southward.
Awesome. Can I get a survival check to not get lost in the forest?
Yeah, let's call that a lucky.
Okay, cool. As long as you guys can follow along with Coin, you're headed in the right direction.
Nice.
Coin will also, if it's multi-day, then I can do this on a later day.
Sure.
But he's the kind of guy that's, oh, I know a shortcut.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Whenever
So-
that
A
opportunity
shortcut
arises.
from just like plowing across the land to the city. Is there?
Well, like we're gonna hit a valley, and we can either like try to rope across it, or we can navigate to where there isn't a valley, and we save time.
Oh,
We can avoid
Okay.
roadblocks.
if it's a smaller valley, I think we can rope across it.
Okay, Tati, we'll stop at the smaller valleys. Coin pulls out a map and starts marking where he expects small valleys.
All right. So you guys travel all day, and the sun will get low. You haven't seen anything other than a couple of frogs, a couple of alligators that stayed out of your way, weren't threatening, a whole bunch of snakes, spiders, a couple spider webs that crossed the entire path. Nothing that you couldn't handle easily. You're able to go until it's dark.
Coin, how long are we going?
Like, just today, or like sum total?
Today. How far are we going today?
How much more today is there? Coin says to himself while looking up.
2 hours.
I mean, we could probably set up a camp. Assuming, there's no bears around.
You're afraid of bears?
Would you... I feel like it would be a general inconvenience. It's not about, like, fear for my life. It's about fear for my food.
I'm pretty sure I could punch a bear, knock him out in like 2 or 3 hits.
Yeah, but then you're messing with the ecosystem. And ideally, we don't influence the ecosystem too much.
No, I think the
Huh.
ecosystem could bear it.
I didn't know you were so principled about nature.
We're gonna walk... I actually know some quicksand nearby. Saphira, I want you to go there with me.
Oh, really? I didn't know it
Yeah.
was here. Can you show me?
Oh, I'll show you it. Get a real close look.
Do you take Saphira towards quicksand?
No, I mean, he's just joshing. If Saphira sincerely wants to see it, Coin would probably indulge it as a joke, but, like, he's just riffing.
Saphira, would you really like to go see some quicksand?
Let's... Here's out that he's joking.
Wow.
Spirit would really like to go do quicksand.
Where's my snipping tool?
Either one.
Wow, I love this so much.
Really want to see some quicksand.
Yep.
Saphira, I love your enthusiasm, but it's not actually quick. It's more of like it's just like a term. It's actually pretty slow.
Why is it
They
called
call it quicksand. See, Tati agrees with me.
That's a weird thing to call it if it's not what it is.
I think it's because you have to think quick when you're in it.
Oh.
Eric, based on this survival,
Yes, sir.
7. Not a whole lot. Coin clearly doesn't know for,
Right.
5 minutes.
Of
Does
course.
another check. Does he know of any quicksand? Does he know if quicksand would be in the area?
Most likely not, but you can find some wet mud that would qualify in someone's head.
That's good enough for
Saphira
me.
would not know the difference, to be very clear.
Has
don't think Coin
Saphira
would
ever
either.
been around quicksand? So would Saphira know quicksand? This might be one of those things, Coin, that you can just say it's quicksand, and at this point, Saphira's probably going to believe you.
I have to imagine with 2 survival checks, Coin has been walking in a direction for like 15 minutes, and he's
Sure.
kind of like tired of looking, so he finds just a puddle of mud.
Okay.
It's like, oh, watch your step. Don't get too close, he says, pointing. And then he's gonna cast thaumaturgy to
Uh-huh.
create the sound of like sand running.
What
Like,
does
you know, when you
running sand sound like? Okay.
Sliding on stuff.
Like, have you watched Encanto?
God,
I
yes.
have. It's a shame. I have like one of those wooden tubes full of beads that you can turn
Uh-huh.
upside down, but
Rain
it's
sticks?
not near me. Yeah. I would have pulled out my rain stick.
Okay.
But yeah, Coin tries to up the theatrics of this mud.
Okay. Saphira, the mud is making a lot of noise. That's dangerous mud. That quicksand could probably consume you in a heartbeat.
That's the sound is actually coming from under the surface. That's why you don't see anything. It sort of does like a tornado under.
100 gold pieces. I could jump in and get myself out of there.
I
There's a
I bet 100 that you can too.
there's a lot of people that seek out quicksand. It's for the experience.
Well, it'll be a quick
You
one.
can't. You can't bet me 100 that I can when I'm trying to bet you 100 that I can. You're supposed to bet the other way.
All right, let's change the subject. Maybe we can go over here where there's not quicksand.
I'm fine with
You don't
that.
actually get sucked under. You will float.
Wait, really? You float? And Zafira will dip a foot into the mud.
Quote unquote quicksand.
All right, Saphira, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw of a DC 14.
All right, well, that's free, I think. Almost.
So, with a 20,
Is
you're able to pull your foot out. It was slippery, but you were able to pull your foot free.
Alright, no sand that's quicker than me.
That's quick thinking.
Quick is not what I would describe.
Can I get
This
perception checks
conversation.
from the entire party?
Sure.
Thank you, Saphira.
At least it wasn't a natural one this time.
Coin and Tati, the two of you see a camouflaged form in the grasses around you. There's several of them. I'm going to go ahead and send you both these images. Tati. There you go. They're watching you very cautiously. The fact that Saphira put her foot in the puddle interested them.
In a curiosity way or in a predatory way?
Predatory way.
Yeah. That rings the ticket. Coin is gonna non-obviously keep tabs on that in the direction of it to the side of his eye. And he's gonna try and shepherd everyone back towards the trail that we've been
Okay.
following. The makeshift trail.
As you head away from the mud puddle, the eyes are focusing on two different things. One is watching Saphira, and the other is watching you, Coin.
You look like their usual player.
They wish.
Ah,
They would. They're lucky to get nutrients like this once a year. Coin is going to cast thaumaturgy in a direction, their other ear, from another direction, the sound of, let's say, leaves trembling alongside, he'll make a quick judgment on, like,
Sure.
what's this thing's normal prey,
Roll a nature check.
squirrel sounds.
Oh, deer, and alligators.
So
Large
the
mammals.
trampling of its typical prey
With
on
a
grass.
rush, like a large lizard, these figures go off to chase that noise.
So pretty. How
Wait, what
fast
did we
they are.
see?
Well, some of you didn't see anything.
Once this is
Can I do
clear,
a check to recognize what it is? What it's
Sure.
called?
I can actually send this to Coin, but you can also roll your nature check, please.
Coin will verbally convey to everybody, hey, when we set up camp for the night, don't leave any food out.
Tati,
Understood.
you do not know what that is.
Leave any food out. I think we might be food, Coin.
Well, yeah, but just try to be the least appetizing meal in the forest tonight.
So we should leave food out then.
Well, you
Really good
kind of got
food.
me checkmated there. I'll have to think on that. If you have to leave food out, like, throw it really far away. No, wait, don't, no food. I
Really
would
indecisive on this
imagine.
one.
I would imagine at this point, Sazin would convey, in no uncertain terms, to not leave food out.
Okay. Sayson will be Mr. Reasonable. If we're going to leave food out, we need to hang it high from a tree so they don't get access to it.
I thought we were
Yeah.
just gonna make like a circle of food around our campsite.
Yeah, that'd be a bad idea.
Well, I mean, if we're hanging it from the trees, though.
Well,
We
you
can
stick
also
it so
probably
that
just
they
make
can
a
reach it.
fire.
I mean, who knows what's in this forest? For all we know, if we hang it from a tree, some giant thing is just going to eat it anyways because it's as tall as the damn trees.
Maybe we
Probably
just keep
better
food
to
in the
keep-
bag of holding.
Good call.
Yeah.
Mr. Bryn, Mr. Practical.
Just trying to look. It's hard
It
enough trying to
solves so
keep
many
everyone
problems.
alive. I'm trying my hardest to keep everyone alive when there's other things trying to kill us. When Saphira is actively betting people that she can jump into quicksand, like, it just becomes
You can.
impossible.
You
Like, there
can
is
jump into quicksand. That's a thing. You can do it.
okay. The
The hardest
issue is
part is
getting.
just getting out without help. But we have help. The getting mired is a problem, but it won't suck you under because you float.
Bryn will take your word for it. I'm not sure Bryn would have ever seen quicksand. It's probably one of those things that, like, you've heard about.
For sure, I haven't seen quicksand, but I have a cousin, and there's like a whole party where you can go and just float and experience the quicksand, and they you know what? Never mind. Oof.
That somehow doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I think I've been to a beach before.
Is it like a therapeutic sort of thing? Spiritual?
I mean, maybe. I think there might be some other undertones. I haven't seen quicksand, so I didn't go to those parties.
Regarding the food, well, not the food, but regarding the lizards in the area, I think we can just light a fire. If it worked for Croco habilis, then it'll work for us.
I have 6 legs, Coin.
6? Do they?
6? They have 6 legs.
I
I don't think they're a lizard. I think they're an insect.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think
We'll
it's the
find a
number.
character.
I'm gonna do. I feel like I should know this. but I almost believe you.
No, it's a defining characteristic of insects is that they have fixed legs. I mean, it's not their only defining characteristic, but it is one of the major.
So, are there like octopuses that like lose 2 legs and they become an insect?
Well, no, because there are people and humanoids that lose legs and then they don't become like worms. That's but like if you know your species has 6 legs, that's a good indication that you're probably an insect.
Yeah.
That's why I kept trying to say that. I just Crystal always had 4 limbs until she also sometimes got wings, and then it was just insane.
Bruzit, I hope this isn't racist, but are wings technically like legs or arms? Are they comparable?
They're an appendage.
That. So imagine I was 5.
I can't like pick up something with my wings like I could pick up something with my arms. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't
I
understand.
can't pick up something with my feet the same way I can pick up something with my arms.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
it's still like a limb.
It's a yes. Okay, and where is this going, Coin?
So
Well,
you
it just-
you kind of have 6 appendages then. So is
Uh-huh.
Bruzit an insect?
I mean,
It just like
Who's
looked at you with
species
like
has
just a
always been-
blank face.
I do
What?
think Ruth's species has always been a little bit fluid, like since we've known him.
Yeah.
And I'm not an insect. No, I mean I don't know. What am I? Not an insect though. Definitely not an insect.
Not
This is a deeper
derogatively.
question that I don't really want to answer right now.
As a monk, I'll philosophize on that for a while. And
What
get
does
back
it
to
make
you.
me if I'm half dragon and half kobold?
A drobold?
I think it might depend on whether or not you can
What
procreate.
does that even mean?
No one knows what that means, but it's provocative.
I don't know. I think dragons
Dragon?
are pretty compatible considering that, I exist. Does that mean I'm pretty compatible?
Maybe.
Not necessarily, because you can have. I feel like we're in dangerous territory all of a sudden.
Love is in the air.
Look, I don't want to subject Bryn to this. He already had to see the books.
Not getting involved. Not getting involved. Not getting involved.
But there's a difference between like knowing something through a book and then knowing it in practical application.
I think we need to buy more books, honestly. Not of that. I think like we're
Did we
gotta
lose the
expand our
books?
knowledge.
Were they on the original? Were they stored on the Changemaker?
Probably.
I have no clue. We don't need the books. I mean, we already read them.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I already read them.
Magical items, trinkets and gems.
And only the good parts.
Bryn's old stuff. No.
You can always, you can always learn by experimentation.
It's
Coin
also pretty
makes a
widely
fire.
published. Like, I'm pretty sure I could find some shoddy place in Bourbon that's selling another copy.
It's kind of a shitty
yeah.
fire, but it's a fire. Little low
A
on
9?
lugs.
With a 9, it's a fire?
It's like
Okay.
it's like one of those like poopy fires where like there's little embers coming out of the logs, but it's not really growing in size.
Okay. Okay, we'll count it as fire.
Like it's
Yeah, well,
generating basically no heat.
Create bonfire to help it along a little bit.
Your little tiny start turns into a bonfire.
That'll do.
Oh, it just needed a moment to catch on.
Yeah.
Coin knows what he's doing.
I
Roll your
don't know.
deception check. Saphira. Ah, that's pretty good. Okay. People can choose to believe that.
Frozen.
I mean, Coin was gonna give you credit, but I almost With a deception check that good, he's not even gonna bother.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'd have to convince people. No, that's too much work.
All right. So, do you guys have tents?
No.
No?
I'm not even sure I have a bedroll.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually not. Oh no, we have tiny hut,
Yeah.
which I think is the best we can do. I'm not sure. I think I have a bedroll because I think that's been in my inventory since day one. Yeah, I still have my
Is that a
bedroll, but
hammock?
We got hammocks. Didn't we get those before we went to Australia the first time? Or did we just get those in general and they just happen to be useful there?
I definitely remember getting some hammocks in Australia. Just don't remember ever using them.
So, you guys going to set up hammocks inside the tiny hut?
Well, Coin
I'm
is
not
going to
sure the
spend this
tiny.
time throwing acorns at Sazin.
I'm not sure the tiny hut is big enough for hammocks. It's only a 10-foot dome. Actually, that's a good question. You can't. Well, you'd have to affix it to the dome somehow. Um, hmm.
Can't you just place the dome in such a way there are like trees
That
around it?
is a very good question. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature.
I
Is
don't
a
know if
tree a creature or an object?
I feel like it's neither. Like it's
It's neither.
almost it's sort of a
Hmm.
mix of both in
But
a
then if we
diluted
cast the
way.
dome such that there's like branches uh, that are like sticking through it. Um, hmm.
I think it's just I feel like it's a structure for all purposes like that.
Yep. It's a plant.
Yeah.
That
Um,
doesn't tell us anything.
Unless I get a 1 on my D100. No.
How many
Okay.
legs does it have?
How many limbs does it have? 12 that are within reach.
It's a double insect.
It's a double insect. What the heck is a double insect?
2 insects in a trench coat. That's 6. That's 12 limbs. 2 sixes.
That's how you get centipedes.
Yeah, that's
What?
how. No follow-up questions.
okay. If Tati wants to sleep in a hammock, Bryn will oblige and try and cast Tiny Hut in a place where.
I mean, fair,
Owen,
because I don't actually have a
relax.
hammock.
I forget that
Oh,
they
wait,
can't fly into the hut.
Yeah, Bryn will like try to set up a tiny hut with branches, like allowing for a hammock, and just see what happens.
Sure. Okay. In this case, we will allow there to be some branches. And you're able to set up your tiny hut. Anything that was inside the tiny hut's range when you cast it is allowed to pass in and out of the tiny hut.
Cool.
Including
All right.
all of those damn mosquitoes.
Well, only the mosquitoes that were in the hut
Correct.
and stayed in the hut. So once we kill all the mosquitoes in the hut, then no more mosquitoes can.
Right. However, there's a lot of mosquitoes, so we're going to see how many of my 20 mosquitoes bite people.
If I set up a wall of fire inside the hut and we'll just roast all the mosquitoes.
I got 3 bites on people. 3d6. All right, so Bryn, you will get bitten. Tati will be bitten, and Ruzin will be bitten.
All right.
You each will suffer 1 point of damage and need to make a Constitution saving throw of a DC 12. Or contract malaria.
Cool. Do we benefit from Sazen's Paladin
You
aura
do.
in this meet? In that case, I'm pretty sure I can't fail this.
Twitch chat would like to
thank you,
recommend
Sazen.
Cloud Kill.
Oh, that would do it. I don't have Cloud Kill, but that I concede to Twitch chat that is the most efficient mosquito killing spell for inside. I was gonna Psychic Lance each of them individually, which is a really inefficient way of doing it.
All right, so Bryn saves.
But
Tati and Ruzin, I need you both to roll Constitution saving throws. DC 12. You're fine. Yeah, Ruzin can't fail that.
Oh, if I was muted, I was saying I auto succeed.
Okay. But Tati... What is Tati's? Tati's also fine. Cool. So,
Bugs
you
wouldn't
guys-
look at me.
Bugs wouldn't look at you?
I have a 22.
Okay. Got it. Cool. So you
They're
guys...
insulted by my classifications of their feet.
I don't think they care, but we'll say that they do. At least in your own head. You know, your truth is valid.
Now, maybe it's just because my particular species does not attract as many mosquitoes, given that we don't particularly give off the aroma of life.
Huh? Okay. Got it.
Or they're just fascinated by my monologue about classifications of insects. They're too interested to bite.
Okay. Cool. Oh,
Did I tell you I have a cousin that can speak to insects?
what's their name?
I Brandon.
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 All right. Brandon. What's Brandon's last name?
Anderson.
Brandon Anderson.
Next to the bookshelf.
Brandon Anderson.
I love this.
Tati's cousin who can talk to insects. Got it.
They have a cousin who can talk
Don't-
to
Whatever
worms
you're thinking,
named-
just don't say it.
named Frank.
Frank?
Sorry, do I have a cousin named Frank?
Go on.
Oh, waiting.
Here's the question.
I
Here's
think
the
you need to
question,
answer
Saphira.
it. Do you have a question? Do you have a cousin named Frank?
Who can talk to worms.
Oh, fuck off.
His last name rhymes with Herbert.
Would you like a
yeah.
quicksand swirly?
Well done.
Because you are signing up for one right now.
Quicksand swirly, yep. So as we go ahead and move away from anything that flows, we are going to let you guys take your long rest and wake up in the morning.
Nice. 3 more days.
You guys headed out to continue your trek southward.
Yeah, kind of wake up fresh and early in the morning. It's like a dad on a road trip trying to get everyone to move.
So are we gonna arrive at Bourbon today, right? 2 days trip? Or
You'll be there this evening. Right.
Yeah, theoretically.
get ready.
Are there no other villages or I mean like overland roads in and out of Bourbon?
You will find several ruins, but all the villages are kind of abandoned and generally in very poor repair. You might see someone, but they're going to be very reclusive and try to mind their own business.
I'm starting to think that this whole region is just under really poor management.
You're saying we should put it under new management?
Might not be under any management at all.
I don't
Yes,
think
from there to
management
the
has been
front.
invented here yet.
Oh, I'm sure they can manage.
Coin nods in disapproval at you
Nods in disapproval.
silently.
Right? So as you guys trudge through the wet swamp north of Bourbon, you guys will be wet and hot. It's a muggy, nasty day. And right around noon, it begins to rain.
Oh, gross.
Does the rain magnetize to Sazon's armor?
It is not ranged attacks, it is rain.
Damn.
Oh, no. But if it hails,
If someone called rain, like a druid,
if it
That's
was
not how that
targeted
works.
rain,
However, if Zeus started throwing thunderbolts, then
fair enough.
well,
So he's a
I mean,
lightning
he's
rod?
covered in metal.
What
so
about-
I
What about acid rain?
acid rain does not count as a ranged attack. So-
Man,
Ooh.
which, for the record, I thought was going to be a much bigger threat than it ended up being. When I was a kid, they were warning about acid rain everywhere.
Same for quicksand. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like in kindergarten we learned about quicksand, and I'm 28 years old, and I've never seen quicksand.
I have
Yeah.
seen it twice, but
Really?
yes.
What under what occasions? I'm curious.
I was hiking in Utah and I saw it, and then I was in Puerto Rico and saw it.
Interesting.
But Puerto Rico was near a beach, so kind of expected. Anyway, so it's not dangerous. Like Tati said, all you gotta do is float, and it's no threat.
So
Alright.
there's a sand like tracker website, like a tourist recommendation kind of thing.
I don't know about that. I'm
sand
afraid.
map.
All right, so you guys continue on. Wet, nasty. There's algae on your clothes. It's not a pleasant day. There's bugs in your hair, spider webs on your clothes. And the ick would be a good definition of what's going on today. You trudge through the forest and the swamp, the bogs, and eventually, just before sunset, you guys can make it to Bourbon. You see the city ahead of you, large and imposing. A dark gloom hangs over the city. Are you sure you want to do this?
Not really, but I think our travels have brought us here, so be it.
I walked 52 hours. Well, felt like 52. I'm not.
That is not how long we walked.
I said it. Felt like 52. Too late to turn back.
I just kind of want to see what this place is all about. Seems kind of exciting. And also dangerous.
Like it doesn't a bit.
The last time you were here was when you got your mind wiped, right? Is that correct?
Presumably.
Well, time to meet some old acquaintances, I guess.
Well, look at that gargoyle.
The gargoyle turns and looks down at you, pointing at it.
Corn waves.
Dark red eyes glow in the darkness. It could try, but you're not worth the effort.
Oh,
City is so welcoming.
You look around. Up ahead, down the street, you see that there's a couple of people being stabbed by a fiend with 6 arms.
Brutal.
He takes one of the people's heads, looks at it, utters something in a language some of you don't understand. Does anyone understand Infernal?
I don't think so.
Nope.
No, that was
I think
not on the
Saphira might.
curriculum.
I don't think so, unless. No.
Okay. He takes the head, looks at it, and then puts it in a bag. Looks over its shoulder at the 6 of you coming down the street, and quickly shuffles off.
This place sucks.
Are telling
This
me.
place sucks a lot.
The buildings around you, the windows are either completely boarded up or broken. There's a few shards of glass in each of the open windows, but the buildings that those are attached to, there's nothing nice in them. This place saw better days 50 years ago, maybe longer.
Real estate must be so cheap here.
For all of your walking, there are people in these buildings. Abandoned they might be, but there's entities around. Shadows, fiends, humans, elves, dwarves, demons. All
know how you can be-
around.
I don't know. You can be proud of owning a place like this. Like, is Lord Leandro happy with this? Well, I assume they would be because they're like a demon. But it's just like kind of a shitty place to rule, right? Like, just anarchy. Wouldn't you want to have some control over your people?
You don't know a lot of landlords, do you?
Perhaps this is his control
Yep.
over them.
I mean, in a way, chaos is a form of control, depending
Yes.
on
Well,
what your goal is.
we're here. Should we get started and just start?
Saphira, do you know what the
Start-
McCain brothers look like? Like by face?
No.
Cool. Do you know if they have a bounty? Like a poster?
Like a bounty against them, or
Well,
or
just
they
any
have-
kind of like public, figure, image. Like maybe they're traveling jugglers, they have posters, advertisements. Something.
I ain't seen one yet, but no reason to think it's impossible. I'll go take a quick look around and see if I can find something. Be right
Okay.
back. We'll put on her
Alright.
around.
When Saphira's back in 3 minutes, well, I'm sure we'll know where the McCain brothers are.
If the party's going to separate, I would like to cast Rary's telepathic bond on everybody before we do so, and I would like to spend a sorcery point to extend the duration to 2 hours,
Very well.
just so that we have the option of.
Saphira, would you have waited?
I probably would not have thought to wait. No.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
So
I like
5
to
of you
imagine-
are connected.
I like to imagine Coin just assumes Saphira is on the line, and
Yep.
we'll just constantly talk to Saphira, who's not here.
A shape flies over real fast. By the time you guys look up, it's gone. However, something falls into the street as a tiefling's body parts explode all over. The red skin torn limb from limb. Raining bodies. No one cares.
I kind of get the feeling if we want information, we're gonna have to go shake some randos down.
I wonder if we could find the location where that vision happened. That would probably be a good place to get some information. Or where that memory was.
Oh yeah. Should have recognized the brickwork.
I don't know how we'd be able to pinpoint the building, but I mean, there was. Well, how good was the perspective in that memory? Like, he was closing his eyes and trying to visualize it again. In terms of seeing the type of building.
Type of building, very nice. Very well done. So, way up here.
Okay.
Way up here.
Well, definitely fancy and nice, which nothing like this area. Probably wherever the aristocrats are up there. And points up to the top of the city. That might be hard to get there.
Yeah.
Can we be just to double check the tiefling body parts raining around us? That's not Saphira, is it?
You look at them. This one has red skin, so no, it doesn't match Saphira. However, you hear a roar from 2 streets over to the right. It's cut short.
Was that the direction Saphira went?
Yes.
All right. All right. Bryn will reach out in the telepathic bond and discover that Saphira didn't make it. All right, gang. Do we investigate this or what?
Oh no, she can handle it. Although we should probably just all try to meet up. Let's come back to this spot, like an hour or two.
I don't think splitting up is a good idea.
I mean, I can't imagine Saphira's gonna know where we are in 2 hours.
I mean, we could go seek out Saphira.
True. Can we say, party, feel free to veto this. I feel like it would be within Sazon's MO, as a secondary objective, to maybe do a search for frenzy, like an or what is it, locate
object
for the purple
yeah, because that's why
to get a scan.
That's the main reason we're here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, partially. I mean, that's
Partially. I'm kind of more
primary
concerned about this
goal.
Lord Lorandro prick, to be honest.
This one is
at this
quickly
moment.
rising in priority, I agree. But that is what I believe Sazon would have in mind.
Well, what do we do to find some of this frenzy?
You know how? Can you cast that spell?
Oh, I guess.
Just ask for it, right? I think it's not like
honestly,
illegal here.
honestly, if we ask the first person, we might get lucky.
Let's see. Does Sison have locate object?
He
He
must
should.
have
It was our.
that's-
I think Station would have prepared it today because that was our main mode of finding it in
He
previous.
has it, and it is prepared. So
Excellent.
he's going to cast locate object on purple frenzy, and it's going to locate the closest one, and it's 30 feet forward and down an alleyway.
Jeez.
Like, well, that's
Bingo.
convenient. He's
I was gonna be the first person I asked.
going to walk forward, and in the alleyway there is a man currently convulsing at the end of the hall. And I do need to put a trigger warning here just because of session 0. Because that was a concern.
Oin is gonna go up to them and apply a physician's touch, or a hand of healing with a physician's touch.
Okay. what does that cure?
Stun, paralysis, blind, deafen, poison,
Okay.
and
you
I
hear
can
the person-
also end one disease.
All right. The person stops convulsing and looks up at you, their eyes bleeding. It felt so good. I
Feel like you're not taking away the lesson that you should here.
Gotta find
Hey,
more.
buddy.
Gotta find more.
Okay, before your eyes glaze over, I got a question.
Yeah.
Where did you pick that stuff up?
Oh, down near the docks, there's a dealer. His name is Victor. That's so good. I was able to take on a devil myself. It was great. You
Now
gotta try it.
imagine.
Here.
Now imagine if you
some.
take a tolerance break and like don't do it for like a long while.
He's gonna try to offer you some.
Coin takes a moment because he's thinking strategically. You know what? I think he'd take it.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's like bagged, right? He's not just like.
Are you? That would turn off locate objects for us if we had some in our possession. Just thinking ahead.
Yeah, but like he can just drop it if he needs to. It's not like a big deal.
Okay, I trust your judgment. Whatever your plan is.
Yeah, Coin will take it, and he's gonna do. I can't imagine it's gonna do much for someone who just did that, but
Dude.
as
you
a
gotta try.
slightly good Samaritan, we'll call it, I guess, persuasion.
Sure.
You know, on hey, take a tolerance break. Don't do it for a while.
Yeah, that
Roll your
works.
persuasion. You rolled an 8.
I ate.
With disadvantage, you got a 6. I suppose
Alright.
you're probably right. But I'm gonna do it again. The rush. It was so good.
You know what really gets me going? The rush of moderation. It's the best.
Maybe a half dose next time. That way I can use it twice. Heck yeah! And he's gonna run off.
So,
That felt like the best case scenario. Am I wrong?
As he
no,
runs
I
down
think
the
he's
street,
dead.
as he runs down the street, a tail comes out of the next alley and goes clean through his neck. The body gets pulled into the alleyway.
God damn! I need to learn how to do that with my tail.
Well, you're in the right place to learn it. Looks like. And I would wager Sazin, hearing about the dealer, would probably see to it that a good idea that we go look into that.
Oh, I hate this city, and we've been here 20 minutes?
Yeah, it's a little bit extra. Like, I'm pretty used to this sort of insane violence, but even it's a little bit much for me. That tail trick, though, I need to learn how to fight with my tail a little better. Whatever, I'll think
Maybe
about it
we could
later.
get you like a barb fitted for it.
That could be fun. And deadly.
Perhaps. Where are the docks at? Coin says, searching the horizon.
You can easily find the direction of the docks. You can smell the sea air and feel the breeze.
Okay, Coin will
Go that way.
point in the
Let's go.
direction.
All right.
Go there.
As you guys pass that next alleyway, there is a Tlinkali, a half scorpion, half man, in the alleyway, currently consuming the guy that you just cured.
Lovely.
So, 2 arms. What are we talking, like 6 scorpion legs and a tail?
So is a
Purple
tail
legs.
an appendage too?
So it's 8 appendages. Oh wait, you're right. A tail kind of is one.
That
Kinda.
feels
Yeah, it is
more.
one. It definitely is one.
You'd
Remember,
have 7.
he's got 2 arms, 2 claws, 6 legs, and a tail, so technically 11.
Damn, he's stacked.
Good for
I
him.
only got 7.
Wild.
You'll get there. Just keep collecting.
No, I think I'm good. I think I look good with the amount I have. No more appendages.
Understandable.
I
You
need
can pull
you
up
guys-
horns, like
I
big,
need
like
you guys to go ahead and roll an intimidation check as a party. We're going to get an average across the group. You do not
Damn.
have Saphira there.
I need my intimidation
Fortunately,
perk.
we have
Actually
been
pretty good at-
practicing.
I mean, Coin, I have horns, but horns aren't an appendage.
I think if they get big enough, they become one.
Can you
Like, if
move
you
your
get-
horn?
Like, would you consider deer antlers an appendage? If you
No.
were like, if you were a smart deer,
What?
because like
You're smart here.
I'm saying like a deer,
Anything.
a deer just like runs into another deer with its horns, but a smart deer would use it to like, you know,
What,
shish kebab
Build a
fish.
house.
Or maybe.
You see Ruza just like laughing super hard at this.
Or like use it as like a coat rack.
You're joking, right, guy?
But is it a coat that they would wear?
Well, yeah, obviously. Why else would they own a coat rack on their face?
I don't know.
Why else would they grow one?
They were being helpful to someone else. It could be like a butler with a built-in.
Coin, this argument has gone way beyond benefit of the doubt. You're just like building your own reality at this point.
Excuse me for hoping for a better future,
A future where there's deer that
where deer are free to use
they
their
build
horns however
society
they
with
want.
their horns. This doesn't make sense.
Listen, I have
mean-
sharp teeth, but like I don't just use them to catch fish, you know?
What do you use them for?
I use them to poke holes in paper when I need to put them in a binder. Because I'm a utilitarian, Ruzit.
I learned something new about you today.
So, you guys have an average of a 17 intimidation. No one will mess with you.
Haha.
Yeah,
That's
they
good.
better not. They're like, they can get their chest torn out by a half dragon, probably.
So Rizid, what's the status of your dragon mode? Is that you still
2
need like
days.
another 2 days?
Well, 3
Okay.
days actually. 3 days.
Alright.
So, you guys,
After tonight, it'll only be 2 days.
as you guys make your way down to the docks, the atrocities and general lawlessness of this place is fairly evident. Might makes right here, and the stronger you are and scarier of a entity that you are, the more you can get away with. You see fiends and demons just absolutely owning people from lower skill levels. You see a couple humans who are actually leading fiends around. Warlocks, wizards, people who have made pacts with the infernal forces. There's a couple dwarves, all with bright green eyes. I'd like our friend Bryn to roll a Arcana check on this. In fact, all of you can.
Man, their eyes glow like mine do when I'm a true dragon.
All right, Bryn. We understand.
We hit a 30.
Yes. So, with a 30, these are Soul Reavers.
Soul Reavers.
They have the capacity of tearing someone's soul from their body and imprisoning the souls in crystals to be used for powerful spells and magics.
Lovely.
It's like blasphemy.
You would be legitimate in saying so. As you
We're
guys
just not gonna tell Mom about this part of the trip.
No?
We're just gonna leave this part out.
Okay. As you pass these people, they glare at you, especially Tati. Because, Tati, you're a Shenar Kai. You would make
Jealous
a
much?
great addition to their collection, but your party is very scary.
Good.
You make your way down to the docks, and I need you to roll an investigation check to try to find Victor.
Okay. Where is investigation? It's this one.
Wow. All right. Cool.
We look for the sign that says Victor with an arrow.
Nice.
You see a fairly rugged looking young man, late teens, currently leaning up against a post, obviously a drug dealer. And he's talking to another hooded figure. You see a small sachet change hands, and the hooded figure runs off. Victor counts the money that he just got, and with a flip of a coin, catches it, rolls it across his fingers. We're going to roll his performance check. He got a 22. Coin. Are you impressed?
We're 22. You know what?
Yes.
Honestly, coin is.
He takes it, rolls it across his knuckles, and it falls into his coin purse. He looks around for his next mark, sees you guys looking at him, raises an eyebrow, and goes, "What's up?"
Coin. Sort of like
Sason.
spit.
You look at Sason, and Sason's got his hand on his sword.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Probably he should anyway. It's like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Coin sort of spits the gold from his mouth into his hand, sort of like spins it around the finger in an almost like, hard to do way. Like the gravity doesn't make sense of it. It's such a cool trick.
So cool.
Yeah,
it hits the
gravity definitely
ground.
made sense of it.
It
Oh,
bounced.
you better be careful you don't follow
The
that.
gravity of it is that he spits it into his finger, it loops around and then flies back at his face and hits him in the nose. And then he scrambles to catch it before it hits the floor.
Does Coin have a nose?
Where a nose would be. I mean, he has nostrils,
Okay.
I suppose.
Okay, just checking.
Not really
Yeah.
a nose.
But you finished the
You
trick.
can catch a
Strong.
point.
We want some of this stuff, but we're looking for a big order. So, do you know if you can put us in touch with your supplier potentially?
Hey man, supplier no, but I can do you one solid, man. What do you need? What do you need? How much you looking for?
Here's
After
what's
all,
up.
one hit's all it takes.
Yeah, so some of the lavender salt was
Oh yeah.
we
Is it for
got we
the
got sort of a
chica?
we got sort of a tavern brawl sort of party situation
Ah.
where anyone who
Ah.
makes it to the end of the night, we need a solid table for them.
Oh, see, yeah. We can hook you up, man. Absolutely. Let's see. How much? How much you need? You need 10, 15 doses. How much you thinking? Victor, hook you
Coin.
up.
Coin's gonna do maybe a quick. Which check would this be? He's
What's
trying
that?
to gauge. Well, how much would this teenage dealer what's the most they've ever been given by their supplier? Probably.
Sure, insight check.
Yeah, probably insight. Oh my god. Let's see if lucky helps. It doesn't.
It helps a little. Let's see what his deception is. He's only got a +3 to it, so. Oh, you're able to tell. Yeah, he's got a good
Knowing you,
30
fine.
doses on him. He's not showing them all to you, but 30 is about a good number. He sold
Look,
one, so he's down to 29.
Alright. Sort of a
So,
time pause
We
while.
can totally get you hooked up, man. Absolutely. Now, the stiff here, he's police somewhere else, yes?
Oh no, he's we call him kind of a bouncer.
Vigilante? Maybe not police.
He looks like a cop.
He
It's
looks
okay.
like one, but he operates on his own terms.
Sure.
It's his frown. It's his face. Just naturally
Yeah,
gets all
He
tense
looks
like
like
that.
pretty boy. Yeah. So.
I mean, no one has authority here. What is he gonna do? Stop all of us?
Oh, there's authority here. Don't cross the Cervantes. And don't beat up a fiend that he's bigger than you. They usually get really nasty.
I bet I could beat up a fiend that's 10 times bigger than me.
To be fair, that's not very big.
Exactly.
Good
Yeah.
one.
So,
So if we were trying to get,
where's
you
his
know,
fight
like,
club? Because I like betting, man.
all right, the coin. You can maybe call it a history check. He's gauging all the buildings we've walked past that
Okay.
range from abandoned to inhabited. He's thinking, did we pass sort of like an actual abandoned tavern that he
You
could
would've
pass off?
You would have passed the Gilded Wolf. You would have passed the... Where are my other places here? The Dark Chupacabra and the Fantastic Chimera.
Okay, and is there any context to each of those as to like in
The
coins?
The Fantastic Chimera had clean, broken windows with very nice shutters. The Grumpy Hellhound is another place that you could have visited. You would have seen a flower shop. You would have seen the Gilded. Sorry, let me go back. For some reason, it's not letting me go back. 1 second.
So for
Gilded
context,
Wolf, yeah, Gilded Wolf was a pretty rough place, and the Dark Chupacabra was a very fancy place at one time.
but none of these are like inhabited, right? Like they are just sort of lots.
Oh, there's people everywhere.
Okay,
Yeah, they're just
like inside
run
the
down.
actual taverns.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So for context, and like this can even be established telepathically to the party at the start of this conversation and in real time. Coin's thinking on his feet here. He's trying to like, what situation would a supplier wanna have contact with us? He's running with this tavern brawl thinking and like, well maybe if we did host like a tavern brawl, you know, the kind of place that would like a supplier would find a lot of easy customers, so to speak. Like how big of a number?
Oh, you can go to however many you'd like. Go ahead and roll. Let's roll a d20 plus 10 to see how many you think.
Sure.
1 d20 plus 10.
That's the first part. Let me do the other part now.
Yeah, you gotta do the slash roll.
The
There
slash
you go.
roll part. Oh.
So 29 people.
Yeah, Coin's thinking like, how many? So if we could theoretically, you know, invite, you know, 30 people off the street, put on this sort of facade bar brawl, and like
You see the movie Unleashed.
Does any of
I
this
have-
actually have to be real? We just have to make him think it's real, and then get us in touch with the supplier, and then we can take it from there.
yeah, and obviously like anyone is welcome to pivot this if you don't think it's a good idea, but it's Coin's improv skills, so
No, I think you're doing great.
and maybe
was-
like
Totally following your lead.
yeah, and I'd even be willing if Eric allows it to do a check on whether Coin like gauges whether this would even work logistically, because in my head, like even in that situation, like he would probably just send dealers to, you know, fill that role. So he's thinking like, how do I elevate this from street level opportunity to business opportunity for the supplier.
Sure. Let's roll an insight check for Coin to try to figure out a good way to do this that the player, thankfully, doesn't know.
Yeah, with a 19.
Okay, so sometimes our characters are more insightful than we are. And in this
yeah.
case, Mr. Coin knows that in order to get in good with a supplier, you're going to have to get the dealers convinced first. So
True.
you're not going to be able to just go from no relationship to, hey, let me talk to your boss. It just doesn't happen. So you're going to have to form a relationship somehow. The Fight Club idea will probably be a good one because they're going to sell a lot of the drugs there. The question is, are you going to be able to convince Sison that this is a good idea? Because with your 19 insight, Sison's not going to be on board with this very easily because it's Sison.
Yeah.
And frankly, he's lawful good. Or neutral good, at least. So, in the absence of the player for Sison today, this might be a thing that we are cautious about. We're going to go ahead and let him go along with it for now.
Well, before you lock into this,
Sure.
I actually did give that some thought. And
Okay.
Coin's next line of questioning would be, Bryn and or Sazin, how good is your illusory magic?
Bryn's is not good. Bryn has nothing. Sazin might have like minor illusion.
He does not. Sison's entire thing is being upfront and honest and everything. He has Zone of Truth. He has no illusions.
Coin does not want to induct a bunch of street junkies and get them hooked on this product. He does want to get on the dealer's good side. He would be willing to burn through some of his own money for the sake of like fake transactions with, illusory party goers, fight club goers. But if we don't have illusory magic at our disposal, that makes it tricky.
Yeah.
We could just try to say his stock ain't enough for us, and that we need to like get some more stuff from wherever he's getting it from.
Yeah.
And because we have the telepathic bond, we can communicate to at least reassure Sazin that let's trust Coin. He knows what he's doing, and we can think about making plans to jump this guy if we want. We have suggestion. We have Zone of Truth. We can definitely interrogate him if we want.
I'm going to do my best Sazin impression. Oh yeah, we don't need to deal with the little guy. We need to get to the supplier and the source of this.
Coin will say.
Yeah, I agree.
Coin will convey to Sazin the way I'm looking at it. As much as I don't want to, I'm probably the party member with the most disposable income, and it's these drugs are better in our pockets than in random people in this town. So, if I just keep putting in bigger and bigger orders, they're gonna elevate me to bigger and bigger dealers. The question is,
get him to fess up.
So you're gonna go from a grun to a whale.
yeah.
I have an idea. I'd like to propose to Coin that we don't actually. I appreciate your willingness to put money on the table, but maybe we don't need to. What if we suggest magically a meeting with his supplier that he might not be able to cover it, and that he should hook us up with his supplier and set up a meeting?
Yeah, we don't need to buy crap. If we can suggest him, or worst comes to worst, we can just interrogate him. It's not like anyone here is gonna stop us.
That's a good plan, but consider how suspicious it would be to his supplier that, my dealer is setting up a meeting with a bunch of people he doesn't even know out of nowhere.
No, you're right. It would be
No.
suspicious.
It would be
but-
suspicious, but we gotta find some way to get to
But
him.
consider this: and this is a little scummy to some degree, but if we could deceive him, gaslight him even into saying, "Oh, you don't know us? Like you've been selling product to to my guys, to people I know, to my Fight Club runners, and for a while now, and you actually do know us. You just don't know our faces." If we can deceive him into sort of believing that, then his supplier is going to have a believable story as to why to have a meeting.
I think it's pretty believable if there's a big order that we're trying to make.
Do you think so? You think I really think, depending on how smart or dumb the supplier is, a bunch of strangers setting up a big. Well, I mean, I guess if you season it right, it can kind of look like just an eccentric.
You put on the
Order.
seasoning coin, okay? Go talk to him.
Okay, so listen, buddy. I want to do a big bulk order just for one of my events.
A big bulk. Ah, okay.
Like,
What'd it be?
I'll do a run by on you, Eric.
Uh-huh.
I'd be throwing out like a triple-digit number.
Whoa. Okay.
Is that going too high to try and make this like believable?
He's currently what the amount of gold that you saw him exchange with the person who left was 50 gold for one dose.
Okay, so
The
100
question is-
doses would be
5k
5,000.
gold.
5k. I mean, that is, yeah.
And that would convince him because he's only got a third of that.
Yeah, and I'm also counting on him just being like a dumb
I
teenager.
mean, he's probably self-interested. He want to get that crash.
I will tell you that most drug dealers are not stupid.
Yeah, that's true. They're definitely savvy, even at the younger age.
At least suspicious.
Yeah. Coin will say, yeah, I mean, for the rate I run my stuff, at least like 100 doses. for the first order.
Híjole. Heck yeah, man. He goes to give you a bro fist.
Coin reciprocates with a
He needs to roll a
physician's.
Constitution saving throw.
I mean,
Guess he doesn't know about grungs.
yeah, coin will actually let him take it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be poisoned. Oh man, you're like one of them. What are you doing, this dude? Next time.
Yeah,
wear
don't lick my
gloves.
back.
Oh,
You wouldn't
man.
like it.
Is that like a high thing?
I don't know. My tongue doesn't reach that far back, but I've heard stories.
Oh, but the ladies, they like it, yes, no?
Damn.
I don't know. I can't see their faces when they're back there, but
Oh, I bet you
I
like it.
imagine.
Oh, yeah, man.
yeah, I'll be honest. I really don't want to indulge in this conversation.
Oh,
but
okay.
that order.
But 100 doses, man. Yeah, that's a little bit outside of my price range, but I do know a guy.
Oh.
So, you interested in more? Yes, 100.
Oh, yeah.
I sell you my 30, and then I take you to Francisco.
Yeah, what's your stack running for?
50 gold each. 50 gold.
So 50 times 30 is what? 1,500?
1500.
Yeah,
I think we can save ourselves a
if you
I think
can
we might
get
be
that
able to-
price to go away, I welcome it. 'Cause-
I think okay, Bryn's gonna step forward at this point, and I think we're gonna do a Jedi mind trick. So we're gonna cast as a subtle spell, just in case anyone's watching. Imagine a wave of the hand, but just so that the audience knows that Obi-Wan Kenobi is doing is doing some shenanigans. And I think Bryn's just gonna say, casting the suggestion spell on this guy. Hey, this is a lot of money changing hands here. Just to be safe, you should take us to your boss before we buy the 30. Before we buy the 30 packs from you.
Oh, man. Alright, we'll find out what he's got here. And he has a +3 to his wisdom saving throw. 1d20 +3.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good idea, man. Yeah, good idea, man. Let's go. Let's go. And he's going to head off.
All right. Are we gonna follow?
Yeah,
So hyped
we
for
are.
tonight. It's gonna be fun.
that's what we're here for.
Alright, so if I can find it. 1 second. I need to find the guy. Gosh, come on. Alright, so he's going to head off and head over to a very fancy place that you had passed. And here it is. He walks up to the fantastic Chimera, one of the places that you were considering telling him the fight club was happening at. He walks up to the boarded up door. Hey, Juan, it's me, Victor. Got some friends for you to meet, man. Come on in. And he pulls on one of the hinges of the door, and the entire door swings out. It's okay. This is how we get in.
Right on.
He lets you guys
All
into
right.
this location. As you walk in, the fantastic Chimera once was gorgeous. However, the smashed mirrors and the display stands for all the clothing are all knocked over. There's a little pedestal in the center, a little dais, where someone could do some modeling. There's even a runway and a stage for fashion shows. Sitting off to the side of the stage, there's a man currently smoking a cigar. He looks at you come in. Oh! Hello! How are you? Victor! You've brought me some friends! Oh, how delightful! Oh, what are you wearing? Oh, looks like you've been walking through the swamps. Ugh. Wipe your... I'd ask you to wipe your feet, but it's soiled the ground. Ugh.
Who is he
Oh.
talking to here?
He's talking to
Probably
you.
themselves.
He's talking to you all. Because you guys haven't taken a bath since coming out of the swamps.
That is unfortunately true.
Is what it is.
Been longer
You
than
guys are filthy. Oh,
Oh,
My body
dearies.
generates a natural moisturizer. I'll have you know.
Yeah, we call that perspiration here. Dear, you're going to need to get washed. What do you want anyway?
Well, other
Victor's
than the
gonna speak
opera.
up. They're here for some of the supplies, man. They need some of the supplies. They're looking for a big hit. And you brought them to me? Well, that one looks like he's too good for this. You'll have to wait outside. I don't deal with stuck-ups.
Yeah, he's a little stuck up.
this is where we're talking about Sazin here.
Yes.
Okay. I think we'll say out loud. It's all right. You can wait outside.
All right. So Sason's going to wait outside of the fantastic Chimera because he's not here and can't object. So he gets.
Oh
to
no,
walk
that's
outside.
so convenient.
The one time you don't want him here. Yes. So, goodness, Shadar Kai, yes, ma'am. And Grug. I haven't seen many of you around recently. They killed most of the ones around. Delightful tasting consumables, though.
Survival of the fittest, you know?
Oh, of course.
You're looking at the
Kobold?
fittest.
Yes. A little short for your species, aren't you? Oh, and a drow. Oh, some of the things that you and I could learn together. But you're here on business, not on pleasure, of course. So, Victor says you're looking for a little bit of sauce.
More than a little bit, I'd say.
Oh, I'm sure. How much were you looking for?
That'd be a triple digit, a big century.
Ooh, a century of sauce. Excellent! I love that. Oh, and I don't want to know how you're going to use it. Oh, but it's so delightful that you're wanting so much. Oh,
See, I'm loving this business already.
this is
cut
gonna
straight
be
to it.
delightful. Oh, yes. I do have the goods. Do you have the coins?
Now here's the thing.
Yes.
Out of character to the party, I should say. Now here's the thing. Coin has 600 in raw gold.
Oh yeah, we can't afford this. I think.
He has no. Hold on. He has a lot of items valued at well over 1,500. I would say. I would need to do a quick double check on it, because this is going to come down to a role play of coin bartering with goods. Well, actually, well, hold on, because we have 900 GP of various gems from Luther's payment for the supply that the cargo. So technically, we do have gems. So coin could cut a near exact 1,500. I think how this would go is coin would pull out, we'll say, a straight 500 gold. Well, coin's doing head math. As players, we'll
we need
decide.
5,000, not 1,500.
I'm saying coin's getting 500 straight gold, and then the rest of it, 4,500 of gems.
Oh,
But I don't know if we're trying to just do a purchase here for good graces, if we're trying to pick a fight, intimidation.
I think we go. I think we go loud. We found.
I think this is our chance to get some more information without
Sazen
paying
is in
anything.
telepath, so we could literally just give him the signal and he bursts
He's
through
right
a window.
outside. Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree with that. I mean, I don't know how much further up the chain we get other than this in this town.
Maybe do we want him to like produce the product, or let's show him? We don't have to blow our cover yet. Let's show him the money and see what
Yeah.
he says about the drugs, because maybe he doesn't have it here. Yeah, we can. None of us really use fire explosive magic anyway. It'll be a little risky to do the fight with the drugs out, but we can try and keep it nice and clean.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say coin pulls out 500 raw gold and then 5,000 gems. So he'd be overpaying 500 for the sake of, hey, it's not straight gold, but it shouldn't be too hard to, sell. So coin's going to rummage through his bag for a minute or two. Meanwhile, this whole conversation's happening. And then,
What does this person look like? That's like the
Oh, well dressed, all silks and satins. He's absolutely dressed up to the nines. If you want to think about flamboyancy, this is the guy. Perfectly done hair, clean shaven, bright blue eyes. Gaydar is pegged to the max.
All right.
what is he, just a human?
He's just a human guy.
Okay.
Coin's gonna do a little bit of detective work, small talk. He's pulling out this money, putting it in front of him, counting it up, so they see what he's doing.
Sure.
Meanwhile, he's doing a little small talk on. I certainly hope this can become an ongoing business venture.
Oh dear, of course. After all, big spenders are big clients, and you treat people right, they treat you right. So I'll treat you right, you treat me right, and we'll both get fabulously wealthy.
There's a part of Coin that really does sort of wince up with thought at that, but pretty quickly breaks out of it. Rummages the 5,500 worth of gems and gold.
For a product you never use?
Yeah, keep in mind
We're just showing him the money.
it's deception. It's essentially a deception check. Coin is not intending to hand the money over or even shake a hand on this deal.
Is there deception necessary yet, though? We've been pulling out the money, but we haven't.
No, Coin
handed it
isn't.
over.
He's not being performative. He's just pulling out the money and talking about.
I think we fully intend to jump this guy. We don't need to pull the trigger yet because we're going to take out the money, show him we have the money. We'll see if he takes out the product. If he has it here. Yeah.
Coin's hesitation is that he doesn't like the premise of fake deal because he likes to do real deals. That said, this situation and the severity of it seems to warrant it. Maybe I'll run one check by Eric on because obviously Coin just wants to get up the chain. Is there any check Coin can do on just? I don't even know what I'd be checking for.
You trying to figure out a way to get past this guy to someone higher up? Is that the question?
Yeah, Coin doesn't want to tell him, yeah, I'll pay you 5,500 and then not pay him 5,500. He's
right.
I think it's going to be a moment where Coin has to sacrifice one of his personal values for the sake of it. So
going to be a
narratively, it might even be discomforting how much Coin is like not going with the plan. It's starting to become a bit more obvious that it's not a real deal, but he'll suck it up, put up the 5,500 in fake gold, and extend his hand out, implying like, and this product, it would be
100% pure purple. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and get just enough. And he's going to stand up and he's going to go onto the stage and go back through the curtains.
Telepathically, Coin will tell everyone, if I can get a handshake with them, I'm going to go for the stun and then give everyone the nod. If you see a better opportunity, go for it.
You got it, boss.
That's the plan.
After a couple moments, Francisco comes walking out, and as he does so, he walks down the center of the stage holding what looks like a purse. And he gets to the center of the stage and he does a twist, a spin, and he poses. He vogues for just a second. It's so bad that the business has gone downhill. No one's interested anymore. And so, 5,000 gold, 100 doses of the purple goodness for just you.
It's that ebb and flow of market and demand.
Of course, yes. He puts it on the table. There you go. Oh, and your coins?
Yeah, as Coin goes to put it down, I tend to do my business straight. I like to end it on a handshake.
Oh.
Just a second, boss. Hang on. Let me take a look before we shake hands. And then Brent's going to go over to the case and just do a perfunctory check inside to make sure that it at least looks like it.
Yeah, there are 100 little sachets. Looks like a collection of tea bags inside there.
And then Bryn is going to try and just perform a little bit. Take out his magic wand, pick up one of the little bags, and just poke it with his wand and maybe mutter something in an arcane language without actually casting anything. And then turn to Coin and say, "You're good for the handshake, boss."
Oh,
Okay.
Of course it's pure. Would you doubt me? In this place, going back on your word, get you cornered and killed. No, I'm a man of my word. Shake on it.
Coin visibly, maybe not to this person, but certainly to his crew, visibly complicated emotions on his face. But he will extend his hand out and he'll say, "And as I count it out for you, there's a little more to show my gratitude," with his bag.
Oh, interesting. So, he goes to give you a handshake. Pleasure doing business with you.
And on the handshake, is it, he makes contact?
Yeah, he shakes your hand. He was about to enter into some lewd conversation about licking your back.
Oh boy.
I'm sure they were, but as I established,
I
on
know.
handshake, Coin, it goes for a direct unarmed strike. You can call it with advantage. Doesn't seem to matter. 15.
Okay, 15 hits him. And
Okay,
your
that's a
unarmed
stunning strike.
Yeah, he is stunned. How hard did you hit him? 8 bludgeoning damage. As the breath leaves him. Oh no! Oh!
Coin's almost. Wait, what?
Does anyone want to do
All
anything
right.
else?
Move in.
Coin gives a the nod. A
Okay, let's roll
downwards
for initiative.
nod. I rolled a 6. I didn't have token, but
Oh, good.
6.
That's fine. Yeah, we gotta do this.
Yeah,
with
we don't have
theater of the
tokens, but yeah.
mind. All right. So, Tati, did you want to roll initiative here?
It's
There
just
it is.
taking a
Got it.
second.
All right. So, who has higher dex, Ruzid or Tati?
With Toddy's decks.
With this, Coin or someone also telepathically, I imagine, tells Sazin the signal has gone off to break
Okay.
through the brick wall.
I have 17 decks.
All right. So, Ruzid, you get to go first. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to grapple the merchant and just say to him, "If you try to struggle, it's gonna get worse. So I would recommend just giving up."
Okay. Roll your intimidation. And your athletics, please. There's a chance.
Ooh.
There's
Ruzid.
a chance.
I'm gonna use sorcerer's.
Butterfinger Ruzid.
I'm gonna use what is it called? Sorcerer's
the
fertility, magical guidance.
Magical
to reroll that.
inspiration or whatever it's called.
All right. So there isn't a chance when I roll a 2.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
You grabbed a hold of him.
And I'm gonna just. Yeah, I'm just
As
gonna be
the-
grabbing a hold of him. I'm not gonna be trying to kill him at this current moment.
Just to be clear, you grabbed his pant leg, right?
I'm pulling him down with me. I'm gonna shove him.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna try to shove him prone?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you shove him prone. The little kobold grabs the vendor and knocks him down. You don't
Thank
get
you,
you,
Dave.
you don't get to give yourself inspiration. No. Damn it.
It was worth a try.
Don't make it.
Refund.
Don't make it. So big.
Bam. No.
Did you actually refund it?
Yes, I did.
For those who don't know, I went into his chat and I did the channel point to
I
give
have
myself
s-
inspiration.
I have seen this before. It doesn't fly.
I just wanted to see what would happen.
Yep. No, I appreciate that.
I thought it was.
Now you know,
inspiring.
and knowing's half the battle. So you
Yeah.
pinned him to the ground. Next, Tati. Reason is grabbed the guy and knocked him to the floor. What do you want to do?
Someone help me tie him up.
Oh well. Okay.
I
You're
didn't
like the
think it
expert
would-
on that one.
Telepathically, Coin says, I didn't think it would be this easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig out some rope and
Okay.
start helping tie him up.
All right. Cool. Roll your survival check.
Survival. Oh, my worst one.
It's okay. It's better than Saphira's. Ooh, with a 3. You drape some ropes around him. Got it.
Reuben, you're on him. It's hard to get to him. I'll just tie both of you up, okay?
He surrenders. Please
Oh.
don't hurt me. This is all I've got.
We ain't gonna hurt you. At least not yet.
Okay. That's
Or
when
more.
All right.
I need to roll my initiative for Sison. All right. Bryn, what do you want to do? I think you were next. Or was it Coin?
Yeah. So where is?
Coin would be a 6-point
Yeah.
dexterity, 17.
Yeah, so Bryn, you're next.
So where is? Remind me of the names.
Victor?
Is Juan or Victor? Which one is the lowest level street dealer, and which one's the
Victor
medium
is
There's a
level?
low level guy.
Victor's the low-level
Okay.
guy, and he is about ready to ditch. In fact, we'll say that he used his movement to run out the door, which means that he's going to get impaled by a sword.
Probably.
Okay. All right.
Jason's going to take his Holy Avenger longsword as his prepared
Nice.
action.
Very good.
I don't know if Sason would kill innocents like that necessarily.
He's not
Well, he's not
He's a drug
innocent.
dealer.
Guy.
I guess he's
He
a
is
drug dealer.
Sason kills the drug dealer.
Fair enough.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So Sason is can you chase down? Bryn doesn't see this, so telepathically he's gonna be Sason. Can you chase down the? We got a runner. Can you chase him down?
Righteousness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's dead.
I don't think I've seen
Cool.
this side of Sason before.
Damn.
Bryn will also feel that the suggestion spell that he's concentrating on is he's like it's like trying to grip water. There's nothing there left to grip because the suggestion is
That's a great description.
is gone. Yeah, so I think the next thing we're just going to do is we're just going to step up to this guy and we're going to turn suggestion on him, and we're just going to say, "All right, pal. If you know what's good for you, you'll answer all of our questions fully and honestly, as best you can."
All right. Your spell save DC is a 21. There's a chance he can
Yep.
save.
Let's see what happens.
You got 15.
Nope.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Just leave me alive. All I want is my shop. I'll give you anything. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
All right. Well, that was easy. So that was my action. I don't think I have any relevant bonus actions here. Yeah. We can go to the next person in turn
Okay.
order.
Coin?
Coin retracts the bag of gems and all that and puts it back into his equipment.
So you're not going to kill
Just
him yet?
no, not yet. Who else is in the room? He's got like bodyguards.
Not yet.
Is there any indication anyone has been alerted?
Not yet.
Context clues like we walk by someone in a hall of earshot. Coin's gonna look at the person they just stunned and say, like, I'll put it bluntly to you, like, you are not why I'm here. You are just a stop on the trip. So, you can be a lamppost. You can be like a lantern we knock over, or you could be a tree we burn down. If you don't want to be the
Choice.
tree,
Wow.
cooperate a little bit. And you can live to flicker another day. Is this metaphor getting out of hand? Ignore it.
A little bit.
Tell us who you work for.
I work. I work for Leandro.
Focus. Leandro? Leandro?
Ooh, that makes
And
things significantly more complicated.
And when's the last time you interacted with Leandro?
Well, I go to the gate and I pick up my supplies. I don't get to see him
The gate? At the front of the city?
at the Citadel.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
All right. Don't piss yourself, okay? You're still breathing.
Can I put him in a chair or something? Maybe calm down a little bit.
You gonna put him in a chair? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we need to tie him up. If he tries to make a run for it, he knows what's gonna happen.
Seisin comes running in with his sword. Because
Speaking
nobody
of
told
knows
him
what's
not
gonna
to.
happen,
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fair. Coin's gonna give some sort of a hand wave to indicate like you're in position. Stand by.
He's sitting there with his sword raised, ready to smite this guy. And he looks
All right,
over.
hang on, Sason.
Wait,
Sison,
what?
look, you gotta
said
put the
go!
sword away for a moment. We're trying to talk to this guy, and if you put a sword over his head, his answers are probably not gonna be as good.
Telepathically, Coin says, "Turns out way more cooperative than I had planned for." So,
Yeah, there wasn't much of
excessive
a fight.
force. No, we're good.
Look, I know we're in Bourbon, and a lot of people just randomly die here, but we're not from here, so don't expect to get randomly killed by us as long as you don't do something stupid. Sound good?
Camera cuts to the corpse at the front door.
Well, he did something stupid.
Sison's still got his sword drawn and won't put it away.
That's under.
Okay,
Okay, so
I can't help the guy. Sorry. He won't kill you though if you don't do anything stupid.
how much?
You
How
hear
much?
the telepathic bond? He did something stupid. He sold drugs.
Sason, just breathe a few seconds.
I have some more
we just
questions.
we need to find out anything before we put a sword in him.
I know, but I'm gonna.
I believe you, and that's okay. Just give us a second.
What's the extent of your relationship with Leandro? Is it purely picking up product? Have you had a conversation with him?
Everything's done through letters. He sends a courier. It says, "Hey, we need you to shape up, or we're going to burn down your business." And well, they roughed me up a little bit. And you see what they did to the shop, and it's so gorgeous. And now I'm a front. And all I have to do is on the 1st and 15th, I go to the gate and I pick up a couple crates and I bring them and I divvy them up and spread them into samplers for.
Are
you
you?
killed him! Ah!
Okay.
So you're saying you hate him as much as we do, this Leandro guy?
Are you
Well,
working with them by
he does
choice
pay me
or?
well.
So it's amicable. You're. This is a lifestyle you've embraced.
You don't go against the Cervantes family. If
If
wanna
you were
live,
able to, would you?
Yeah,
I-
that.
And
he
survive.
looks at you. He looks at you, and you cannot convince him this is not a trick. He will spout the party line. I would never go against the Cervantes family.
Coin says telepathically, "You had to kill him. I would have had so much more leeway."
Yeah, why'd you kill that guy? You could've
He
just
was
like
running.
arrested him like this guy.
Okay.
Well, it's what's done is done. Let's not panic.
Listen, for however frazzled you are, like I said, we're here for bigger fish. I just want to know the extent of what you see at the gate, what time of day you go to that gate to pick up any remotely significant thing ever told to you by the guy handing you the product.
What? Take this and sell it and bring it back the coins, or we'll kill you, your family, and anyone you've ever met?
So there you have no speaking
Sounds like you have a
power.
quarrel with these guys.
You don't have messages you can send up. You're basically it's trickled down.
You could say it's almost a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
We have to give him 90% of the coins that we receive. That's why this whole city's in poverty.
I don't know, Sison. I kind of feel bad for this guy. He's kind of just a pawn.
Yeah, I'm a pawn. I'm
Eric.
low level nobody.
Is this person dying right now? Are they bleeding out severely,
He
or
has
are
2
they
hit
just
points.
so pretty bad?
Yeah, he's not dying yet, but he had 10 hit points. You hit him for 8.
Based on the fact that he took a 15, I think Coin will deduce he is safe to hand of healing this person back to at least like a 5.
Okay.
And without, like making Ruse's life hard.
It won't make his life hard if you give him a full health. Just do it.
Well, that's pretty much what he does, so.
There you go.
He's now back to full, and by now stun is worn off. But Ruse is still keeping him in place.
Sure.
I'm not. Ruse is not even holding him in place right now, but he's standing right next to him, and he's made it crystal clear what happens if he makes a move.
Ruse has got it
He's
on lock.
expert. He tied up. He's not going anywhere.
Coin's trying to relieve tension, he pats him on the shoulder, tells him to take a deep breath. Says, I gotta be honest with you. I'm not here to cut this deal. But it doesn't mean I gotta cut your throat.
Oh, thank you. I've worked so hard.
Now, before you get too excited, I said I'm not here to do it. I didn't say it won't happen if I feel it needs to. So, just consider this a long conversation. I hope your schedule's cleared, because...
Well, I've got a couple dealers who are supposed to come in later on to pick up supplies, but I'm free. I have to be at the Citadel tomorrow at 10.
I mean, honestly, we should probably just let this guy keep operating his front for the time being anyways. It's not like stopping him is going to stop anything. We just need his information.
You're going to hear from
Anything.
Jason every day this guy continues, people will die.
And if we kill him, it's going to make it harder for us to complete our mission, and even more people will die if we fail.
Also,
Does that
if we
sound-
I just
kill...
have to, as GM Eric, I just have to jump through the part that Sason would,
yeah.
what?
Oh,
I think-
absolutely.
I think it's
Riz is just
actually-
role-playing back.
I'll say it's sort of it's a fitting personality trait of Sazin that Anthony plays. And to that point, Coin will say, if we kill him, the drugs will still keep moving. Another mule will be picked out from the ranks of, this echelon of the city.
And when they raise alarm if the guy's suddenly dead. I mean, we already killed that guy, but...
I'm very hesitant to play him more because I don't want to put him in a position here.
No, I think it's fair to estimate Sazin would be conflicted enough off of that.
I don't think
Okay.
Sason's bloodthirsty necessarily.
I don't think he would take a
Then
hard
then
stance
we'll
here.
go ahead and wait. We'll go ahead and let him decide next week.
Yeah,
Alright.
and Anthony can convey any further opinions later. But for now, Coin's just conveying to, take a deep breath. And maybe even a moment of silence while Coin and I think of questions to ask this person. Because
Okay.
they clearly don't know anything about
Sure.
Leandro.
We're going to let the player think for a moment as the camera slides out the door, goes up over the roof of this establishment towards the docks. As the camera pans over, Saphira can
Let's
be
go.
seen beheading a Baylor.
Oh, base.
Excellent.
Let that out.
She meets up with a couple of people that the party's never seen before. A gold kobold in golden armor wielding a whip. A female monk with a sword that has a staff with flowers on the top. A individual off to the side dressed in a spider cloak. Strange people. And a blonde person with a long blue scarf. Sorry. Word escaped me. Long blue scarf. She walks up to them and discusses for a couple moments. The camera follows them towards the docks. There's a discussion that you guys can't hear over the camera as you're too far away. They step into a portal, and a variety of casters begin casting spells around the portal, instituting anti-magic fields surrounding the portal. The ringleader of these spellcasters stands awaiting just outside the edge. He casts a magic circle on the ground as a quickened, prepared action. After 20 seconds, 30 seconds, the portal disappears, and all the people from within are out inside the magic circle. There's a burst of activity as the person in the spider cloak shoots the spellcaster, interrupting his concentration on the magic circle. And all of the people except for Saphira vanish. Saphira, you stand toe to toe with the two McCain brothers. What would you like to do?
Oh, as we said, I'll come back and find ya. And I think I might need to talk to him.
Very well. So, we take you to the Citadel, and you go inside, and we get paid?
When I come back, I'm saying we don't do this, right now. But that is the plan. And again, I need to get it in writing.
All right. Absolutely. And they will take you aboard their ship if you're willing to follow.
I think I'm trying to explain to them that I want to go, find my party first rather than go alone with them.
Okay. Absolutely. But we're going to come with you. Just one of us. You understand. We don't exactly trust you. And it's a massive payday that we don't want to miss out on.
If the things you're saying are all true, then I work with that.
All right. Cool. So Aaron
I can't
McCain.
believe I'm saying this.
Aaron McCain, the famous bounty hunter, is going to follow you along. And I'm going to pause for a second here because Flownurus just gifted out a ton of subs. Thank you so much. All right. Wow. Flownurus wanted to be very generous. Gifted 9 subscriptions. Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Huge. Thank you. So, Saphira, you and Aaron McCain are headed back to the spot where you saw your party?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, you're going to go and try to find your party. You have no idea where they are.
Perhaps I should have suggested that Bryn link us up telepathically before I, went off anywhere.
Out of character.
Why do I have to refund this one too? God damn.
I was thinking before any of this happened that because we lost contact with Saphira, I would probably try and reestablish contact with a sending spell. Maybe after like an hour. So, what is happening with us and our party in at this time when Saphira has gotten back to the gotten back here?
You guys are currently interrogating Francisco, but as far as
Sorry, I thought there was Juan and Victor.
it's Juan Francisco Bolero.
Oh, that's his full name is Juan
Yeah.
Francisco Bolero.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, the interrogation, we still have to decide what to do with them, but just Saphira is okay. Yeah, you guys continue. Please continue.
All right. Saphira, need you to roll an investigation check to try to find your friends. All right, with an 18, they didn't do anything stealthy, so yeah, you're able to track them down. Takes you a good 15 minutes or so, but we rejoin the main timeline at this point. Saphira, you found the location that they're at, and the door is currently off the hinges, and the fantastic Chimera shop is before you. Aaron McCain looks at it. Well, this was a much nicer place a while back. I actually got some socks here.
The woolly kind, or?
No. Silk. Yeah, let's go inside. Which is a really bad idea. Silk socks are not a good idea, just saying. So you go inside and you see Sison with his sword drawn. You see Coin, Ruzid, and Bryn interrogating this individual. What is Tati doing?
Back up.
Okay.
Like maybe I didn't do my best work with the rope. No. Now I'm just waiting for going to tell me what I should do next.
Okay. Cool. So, what do you want to do, Saphira? Actually, let's ask the party what they want to do. As Saphira walks in with a man who is very well equipped. Very well equipped, except for he's missing his sword from his scabbard, and there's a ring mark on one of his fingers that is, the ring is missing.
Wonder where you went, Saphira. Also, who's that friend of yours?
Hi.
Well, funny story. This is, well, I never did figure out which one of the two you were.
Oh, I'm Aaron. The one with two
Oh,
A's.
okay, this is
Aaron
Aaron
McCain?
McCain.
Oh, I
Hi.
draw my sword.
Sophia, I thought you'd be gone for like
Uh,
3 minutes.
Wait, how do you get this guy to come with you?
You've been gone forever.
What the hell did you tell these guys?
Well, it's kind of more what they told me. Well, you see, I found these people who were planning to go after them as well, so I kind of, joined up with them for a little bit. That, we don't need to talk about how that went, but, well,
Did you
they
get
left
paid
and
for it?
now,
Were they cool?
Oh,
Were they nice to you?
I don't know about the kobold, but he couldn't get as large as you could, but,
So then I'm cooler. Got it.
of course. But, apparently, Leandro Cervantes wants to talk. And that was the whole reason for the bounty, and, well, I'm thinking of taking him up on that.
Taking him up on
Leandro
what
Cervantes
exactly?
wants to what? Sorry?
Talk to me.
Tell him to
Okay.
send a pigeon. What? It's all this money.
Well, you
Wow.
wanted to talk to him too now, right?
Well, talk is kind of an understatement, but I
I was gonna bring up
they said
weapon for
that I get part of the bounty, so win-win situation at that point.
Oh, you're gonna
just-
talk.
hang
You're
on.
gonna talk
You
with
just-
Leandro, and you're gonna claim some bounty. Is that
You just
is that what you're
believe
saying?
that?
Well, they seemed pretty honest.
What's their grime with Leandro? What's their issue?
Oh no. See, they I don't think they have an issue with him. After all, he's the one paying them. No, they're just the middleman here. Middleman.
Okay.
So,
When are we going?
Well, she said that we would go as soon as she checked in with you.
Can we just finish our? Let's wrap up this interrogation and then we can go. How's that sound? Sound good? Sound good.
I'll go ahead and get something down in writing real quick. The rest of you go ahead.
Just to fill you in, Saphira, we've been trying to follow the lead on the frenzy here, and this guy's he's still a pawn, but he's higher up than just the street dealers. So, trying to get some information from him about where he gets all his stuff from. Said it comes from Leandro's place, which I guess kind of makes sense. From the Cervantes family up top. They come to the gates wherever and claim their stuff. Ain't that right? He looks at him.
She's just nodding, and he's looking very nervously over at Aaron McCain.
You know that guy?
He shakes his head very viciously. No, he's lying.
Can I
Listen.
insight check him? Or is it
You
just
don't have
obvious
to.
he's lying?
It's obvious he's lying. You can
Here's
if
all
you
you-
like, but you got to beat a 0.
I can't do. I can't. I have a positive thing on it.
You have a positive number, but Saphira might fail.
Actually, no way. I could get a negative number. I have advantage, but I have a negative number. Nope. Okay.
All right.
You. Here's all you need to know about what happened today, alright? You never
Okay.
saw us. You don't know who we are. You lost one of your dealers to a bad one-on-one by the
I know
dock.
some demon probably stabbed him. Let's say that.
I don't care about the reason, but you never heard of us.
Okay. Of course. I don't want to have heard of you. No, absolutely not. No, never. No.
Your life's a lot safer if you never met us.
That's Saphira.
Have you heard stories about her?
He begins shaking.
To be honest, he seemed like a fine fellow before the whole drug dealing thing happened.
I don't. It's strange to me. You seem to have a reasonable set of morals when it comes to conducting yourself. Yet I mean, why do you even live here in Bourbon if it's
Can't
so
move.
taxing?
If
Yeah,
you move, they come and hunt you down.
Yeah, that checks out, honestly. I think he's just screwed. He's just stuck here.
Do you know other people like you? You know, dealers,
Everyone in this
suppliers.
town. Everyone in this town doesn't want to be here and can't leave.
Well, maybe except for the demons slaughtering people. They probably enjoy it.
Of course, them, and of course, the people who are collaborators. But all of the original citizens here, they don't want to be here. But we can't leave. There's nobody to save us. There's no hope. It's not like
Okay,
we get
well-
on a ship and leave. We can't go through the swamps. They're dangerous. We're stuck.
Okay, well, let's put some of your eggs in a basket here and think about it on how much you could maybe make that happen. I'm wondering, I can't imagine you're the first person here to be dealing for them. Maybe
No.
you know someone around here that might know more about Leandra, that might also not want to be here.
There's a ton of people. And
I'm
he
think-
looks over at Mr. McCain. There's a lot of people out in the city. I don't want to say any more. He'll find out.
Can Coin intuit that McCain being here is like making them watch their words?
Oh, yeah.
And Sapphira?
Absolutely. Sapphira
Ooh.
and Aaron McCain are both impacting this guy's willingness to talk to you.
Coin will turn to you and give
Are they
you
killing the vibe?
a complex
Yes.
string of hand gestures that mean mostly nothing but roughly translate to give us 5. You know, like he puts one hand sideways and points at it, and then the left hand goes downwards, and then it spins around. Coin's trying to
And
get
you know you
Sapphira
need
McCain.
You know you need to have a coin in your hands to do the trick you're trying to do, right?
I need
Okay,
to
I'm
show
just
you
gonna
this
cut
one
the
more
crap.
often.
Coin's trying to tell you that you guys should not be privy to this conversation so that we can actually get this interrogation done without him not wanting to say anything of value.
Bingo.
Aaron, if you mind if we step like right outside? I promise I won't go anywhere. And you know,
As long as you can't hear what's happening in here, that's fine.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Of course.
The
Oh, it's
camera, as
Spirit
Aaron
McCain.
McCain's going to walk outside, but the camera. Can I get perception checks from everybody? Thank you, Sapphira.
Outside with him as well.
Yep. Coin. Bryn doesn't see it. Breezy doesn't see it. Tati and Coin. As Aaron McCain is going out the door, he's memorizing this guy's face.
Is there any
Oh.
chance his face is like swollen still from us knocking him around?
I would say yes, but you would still be able to recognize him. This guy's a professional
enough.
bounty hunter.
Okay. Coin, as a gesture of calming this dude the hell down, he pulls out a gem of discretion and activates it.
Okay, cool.
Alright. Anyone that's not standing within 10 feet of you, 15 feet really. They're off the grid. They don't hear it, okay? So don't worry about that.
What grid?
It's like
Good
it's like
at hearing.
it's like a map thing. So
Okay.
if you know anybody around here, I want names on anyone. If you know, revolutionists around here, or just
They're all
you
dead.
know, that checks out. Okay, a veteran who is just complacent to staying alive, but wouldn't mind seeing, you know, the whole thing crumble.
I need you to roll an intimidation check.
I mean, I was trying to be persuasive. Coin's not
Persuasive?
trying
You
to
can be
heavy.
persuasive.
He's not trying to
Yeah.
heavy hand. He's trying to genuinely be like,
Let's go ahead and roll your
listen,
persuasion.
you don't
And
like this system.
How long does suggestion last for?
It does have an 8-hour duration. So
Oh, damn. Okay, so he's screwed.
yeah.
Got it. All right, so I'm sorry for anyone who's watching. There is someone. Her name is Sweet August Rose. She's looking to do something. I don't know exactly what, but she's powerful and she's got powerful friends. There's a kobold that's with her, a guy in a spider cloak. There's a fairy that is with them.
Kobold? Oh, that other kobold you're talking about. Kobold team up?
Are these locals? Who are these? Just
I'm not
travelers
sure,
with past
but
connections?
she's got the Bourbon accent.
Hmm. And
The rest
That's
of them aren't. Those are foreigners.
it's good to know.
But they were in here several days ago.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, maybe if we can join forces. Hey, that's like... How many of them are there?
5.
We're like almost doubling our firepower against Leandro.
Well, assuming they work with us.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
You know, if he finds out at all that I'm saying this, I'm dead, he'll walk up to me and tear my soul out of my body.
That's
He
what the
can do
gem's
that.
for, buddy.
maybe we should
Don't
provide this
worry.
guy some protection, to be honest. I feel like it's the least he deserves.
You need to be very careful if you're going to try this. He will walk up and touch you and remove your soul from your body
What, like instantly?
instantly, and then he consumes it.
Well, that's
That's new.
Got any wards
That's
against
good to
that
know.
one, Bryn?
I'm not sure, but that's good to know. I'll start thinking about it. Anyway,
Have you heard any rumors about whether, the frenzy, is it being produced here, or maybe they're working for someone else?
Well, it comes in on ships.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah, it comes in on ships from overseas, and there was a delivery that came over land several years ago. I think that was the first one.
Which direction are they coming in from?
It came in from the east.
Most of the ships too? No, like north or west?
Well, we don't have an eastern shore. Bourbon is west facing.
Oh. Sorry, I still got the vertigo from the travel over. It's kind of a lie since we didn't even sail here, but...
Vertigo would be heights.
I didn't
That wouldn't
really
even
think
make
about
sense
that.
either.
I
Jet
guess he was
lag?
walking on branches. He was up on trees, so he would kind of have vertigo.
So we've got tree lag. Got it.
Tree leg.
Interesting.
Okay, it's coming from the east. That's good. Good to know. Any other names you think might be receptive to a conversation, not a shakedown per se, but a conversation?
I don't know anyone. Just my dealers that come in, you know.
Brent, maybe you should send a message to this Sweet Augustine Rose fellow, and maybe that could lead to something.
yeah, we'll put it on our list of many possible options. So what are we gonna do with this guy?
I mean,
Just let him.
I think if we leave him here, he's gonna get killed. I'm gonna be honest. He's just speaking in the mind, in like the telepathic bond for that.
Yeah. Would it be kinder to just kill him ourselves so that his soul doesn't get consumed?
I don't. What reason do we have to believe that they're on the radar now? Just because we
Doesn't Coin
Bruce
know?
them up.
Like, but also he's
know what?
because didn't you see what's his name like scan his face?
Oh, when?
Earlier, you did a perception check, and Eric was like, "Oh," and one of the McCain guy like made sure to take note of his face.
Oh, I
Bounty
didn't know.
hunter.
I didn't know the implication was that he was going to like kill him or send the message up. But I guess that would make sense. Oh, perfect timing for him to show up. Yeah, I mean, a mercy killing.
Either we mercy kill him, or we bring him with us, or we could teleport him away. I mean, it would be a use of that hat, which is kind of wasteful, but it would save him.
Yeah, I'm not sure we are able to do that because I think we've already used plane shift. And
I don't want a mercy killing this person who is clearly just playing whatever side helps them. Keep them alive. Keep them alive, really. Like, they're not a bad person. And I know I can't speak for Anthony, and Anthony's not here.
If we
but
modify
I
his
feel like
memory
Sazen-
and forget about this entire interaction, and then tell McCain about it, he might not actually kill him.
I mean, I don't want to like play Sazen for Anthony either,
Yeah.
but I'd almost want, because he has a revivify, right? I almost wonder if Sazen would probe more into like who was that person I killed, and are they someone that like was already pretty corrupted, or just someone who was being forced to do it too?
I think our best play at this point, because you guys are at the conundrum where we need to find out what Sason would do, is for us to end a little early tonight and come back next week when everybody's here and go through
That's
this
fair.
moral dilemma.
Give him
So,
the opportunity to play it
yeah,
out.
I think that's probably the best play here. We are in that 3 to 4 hour range anyway. But what we'll do is we'll come back next week and resolve this moral dilemma of what do we do with Juan Francisco Bolero. So, I hope this was fun for you guys. I know that we're getting into some moral dilemmas and a little bit of
Tricky.
some dark stuff, which I hope you guys are fine with. If you don't approve of this, please let me know, because I do need to know about that. And if I do go too far on something, I need to know. But otherwise, guys, we will come back next week for the next episode of the Toivoan Trainwreck.